Go.
I used to love worms as a kid. I didn't have any pets and I lived in an apartment building and I would pick earthworms out of our compost and I'd be like, I'm getting feedback from someone. I can hear my own voice.
Oh
boy.
Oh boy.
I can literally see everyone's headphones.
Oh, sorry. It was mine. But I would pick out the worms from the compost and there'd be a mommy worm, daddy worm, baby worm. And I would bring them around. Loved worms. I went swimming in a lake once and I came out and there was a leech on my leg. And I hopped out of the water and I was like, I was 4, maybe 3. I was pretty little when we went on this trip. And I was like, look, there's a worm on my leg. And I was so excited about this worm. And my aunt just fucking stomped on it and ripped it off my leg and squished it. And I cried.
Yeah, I feel like that's not the way to get a leech off.
It's not the way to get a leech off. No, you're supposed to either salt them or burn them.
I also, that trip.
That would have been so much worse. Can you imagine? Just like, let's go.
Yeah, because their little teeth can sting. I'm sorry.
That's so ugly.
I'm sorry. This is a weird way to start
that
the
is
stream,
the trip that I also almost drowned on. Same.
No.
With another aunt, we were walking across docks.
Bad ants. Hashtag
I feel like
bad
we need to talk
bad
to your
ants.
aunt.
No, it's a different aunt. We were walking.
No, we got that.
We were walking across docks, and I was stepping over one. And as I was stepping over the docks, they started to separate, and my legs started to go. And then I fell in between the docks, and then the docks closed over top of me. But I was like really comfortable with swimming, so I just pushed off of the bottom of the lake. And as I pushed off, they opened a little bit.
Oh, gosh.
And then my aunt brought me back up soaked in like my sweater, my toque, and my pants and stuff. She brought me up because it was like early morning, and she brought me up like a 4-year-old, just soaked. I'm like, here's your child.
Whoops. Have fun.
Take it back.
Wow.
Tim and I were out today with our little one, and like she was so excited about running and jumping into puddles, and there was a car coming, and like we were like, I watched her almost run into traffic, and I think my heart dropped into my stomach, and I just went, and then Tim grabbed her, so it was fine. But children do weird things.
I did that as an adult once. I almost ran.
Because of a puddle? Or was it because of a sweet puddle?
No, there was a loaf of bread that I really wanted to kick.
That's like a sweet puddle.
And I went to kick it, and I almost got hit by a taxi.
Oh gosh, that's terrifying.
You know, I'm alive.
Who leaves a loaf of bread in the middle of the street?
That's the question I have.
It wasn't on the middle of the street.
trap.
Like I wasn't like, I'm gonna run at the middle of the street. It was like kind of in the street. It was like off the street, but also in the street. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna kick it.
Do you
Straight up a trap.
remember what type of bread it was?
Yeah, it was like whole wheat. And it was in a clear bag. And I just wanted to kick it, and it was open a little bit, and you guys
Just send the bread. Send it.
send it. Yeah.
Send the bread.
I don't have Yeah.
Good. Do you have another bread related or street related story? Is that what that was?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I don't have impulse control sometimes, and I'm like, kick it, and then I have to do it.
Just make sure you look both ways first. That's all.
Before you kick the
it.
bread.
You can kick that bread all you want.
I did, but the taxi was going so fast that I looked both ways. No taxi, ran out, taxi. And I didn't even notice that I almost got hit by a taxi. My friends were like, oh my God.
Are you sure that the taxi driver didn't plant that bread?
No.
The important part of the story is, did you kick the bread?
No, I didn't get a kick it.
Devastating.
Oh, wow.
You need like a redemption bread kicking.
If anyone could send Lan a loaf of bread, multigrain, preferably in a clear bag.
Or just start leaving it out on the street and hope that Lennon will come across it, because then it's more organic that way. And she can actually.
Y'all lunatics.
What is it about bread that like gets your ire? Like you're just like,
Yo, fuck bread,
too many
man.
grains.
Fuck bread. I'm a celiac. Bread's the worst.
Look, I get why you don't like bread,
Do it
because
for
bread
Adam,
don't like
guys.
you.
Eat bread
but
on the
Callie,
street.
I would say bread is
For
pretty
me,
kickable.
why don't I like
Fight bread.
I
Everyone
don't-
needs to fight bread for me.
I don't
bread for Adam.
I don't fight bread for Adam 2020.
Hashtag.
I don't like bread. I like bagels, but I don't like bread. Bread is gross, unless it's
Unpopular
sourdough.
opinion.
I love bread.
Tim bakes.
I love bread.
Yeah, I make bread
Also,
and I eat that bread.
were you
That's
guys
how I
talking
show my
about
love.
leeches earlier?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, let's not go back to that.
No, but I have one fun fact
Do you have
because
a leeches and bread story?
Super
North
leeches.
America. Well, North
Brutal.
America has
Yeah,
like water leeches.
Oh god.
Australia has dry land leeches.
We knew this was coming. As soon as he was like,
on.
I've got a fun thing to say
this
about
even
this
real?
unpleasant animal.
Yeah, it's a
Where
drought.
I
It's a
come
drought.
from.
It's a drought-based country. So our leeches live in the trees, so you can get them
Yeah, anyway.
He's lying.
everywhere.
He's lying. He's lying. You're lying. I don't believe
No,
you.
Never going to
100%.
Australia.
No,
Never
100%.
going to Australia.
Okay, anything
Yeah,
I hear
and a
about
leech
us,
once ran for parliament. Didn't
Yeah.
get in.
you know what?
But
You know what? I can't.
Yeah.
I can't
Larry
believe
Leachson.
I can't believe anything that's like this animal exists in Australia because you know what I did believe when I was in high
Drop bears.
school and on Tumblr, drop bears. I fucking believed it for so long. I was like, they're real. They exist. Drop
So
bears are real.
For those of you who don't know about drop bears are a predatory koala
No, they're not.
species that live within
They're
Australia
not. No, they're
that hide in
not.
trees, and natural-born Australians have a pheromone they release that like drop bears can smell, so they won't attack you. But tourists, now tourists, you gotta be really careful. So in order to avoid
They're
getting
not
attacked by a drop bear while you walk through the bush, you have to walk through doing this, and that way the drop bears get kind of frightened away from you because it's a natural predatory thing. They think it's a cassowary,
Right.
and they're like,
Yes.
"Oh, I'm not gonna drop on that."
I believed in drop bears for a really long time and I thought they were a real thing. I was convinced that drop bears existed and it was just
Another-
edited pictures of koalas and I was like, that is real. That is
Another
a real
classic,
thing.
another classic. It's an Australian animal, but it's really not. Is the hula snake? It's a snake that lives on top of hills, and in order to like attack humans, it'll roll down the hill by biting its own tail and forming a hoop, and rolls down and then launches
Genius.
itself at you,
I love
bites
it.
your face off.
did you know then
Cool
that
snake.
there used to be a giant koala bear back like in
Megafauna. Yeah.
yeah, megafauna.
Australia had
There's some
huge megafauna. Yeah.
giant kangaroos too.
Giant kangaroos. Yeah.
Kangaroos are always
I
giant.
mean, but North America and Europe had the Megaceleros, which is like a giant elk.
Yeah.
Hell
giant
yeah.
sloth and man,
Real big.
megafauna
And
was
the,
cool.
yeah, the
quick.
Megatherium. The Megatherium was a giant sloth.
It's crazy.
Tune into Blackwater next week where we talk exclusively about megafauna. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I won't.
But
be
the
The
there.
thing
lynch
about
thing-
megafauna, tragic thing about megafauna, it wasn't like, oh, like the ice age came or whatever. Just people happened. They're like,
Yeah.
that's big. Let's kill it and never stop.
Lots
until
of
it-
meat.
And then the
until it
megafauna were
stops
like,
existing.
"What's this? It's so small. It's not going to threaten me. I'll be fine. Yeah, come on
I love
over."
that the megafauna are kind of very Canadian.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that, eh?
Oh,
That's,
sure.
oh, sure.
This little guy.
It's a little
It's
guy,
a
eh?
giant elk. Of course it's Canadian.
Except for the giant koala bear that's like, yeah, get it, son. But the leech thing is real. We have very
No,
small,
don't
thin leeches
talk
that live in the
about
trees.
Leeches more. Nobody wants that.
This- Fun story. This one time, there was blood all over my house, and we were like, "Oh, someone's been murdered. Like someone's let a cassowary in the house because this is mental. There's blood everywhere.
Sorry, just curious.
Um,
Does anyone else have a story that starts with one time there was blood all over my house?
Blood
No?
everywhere,
Okay,
dude.
good.
And we were
Just
trying to
checking.
get to the bottom of this definite person murder that had happened, and we saw our dog, which was a small white Maltese poodle, walk through the living room just perfectly red, covered in blood, and we were like, "Oh my god, like what's happened to him?" And he'd been down in the bush, and he'd had like 3 or 4 leeches on him, and they dropped
Oh.
off because they were full.
God.
And leeches in Australia, I don't know if it's the same in North America, but they
I
they release an
hate this.
anticoagulant
Yes,
so
blood
much.
They do
so
that
that you
too.
bleed more. And so he just walked through
We
the whole
lost
house,
Jen.
just
Yeah.
bleeding everywhere, and
Oh,
it was
boy.
good, classic Australian story,
Oh.
blood everywhere.
Twitch guidelines have to say something like Adam, stop,
No
right?
leeches.
No,
Just stories about Australia
Oh.
are in the Twitch
Oh.
guidelines.
I'm
I'm not
never
gonna
gonna
be
be
able to
able to
sleep
go.
tonight.
Never gonna
Such
be
a
able to
big
go to
country.
Australia.
My best
So,
friends in
country.
Australia.
So before we hop into playing some sweet D&D, we're going to roll our intro shortly. And we do have some announcements, but we're going to actually save those for the break. We actually have some really exciting things to talk to you guys about, so please stick around to hear about those. But we want to take some time to say a couple things before we start playing tonight. There are a lot of things that are happening in the world right now that are pretty scary. And for a lot of us, D&D is a way that we get to disconnect from the world for a few short hours a week. And it's really important to acknowledge that the privilege that we have to do so. Many folks in the world, that's not possible at all for them. In a world that's faced with the threat of and actually occurring violence and brutality that is targeted at folks because of the color of their skin. For those who face ongoing oppression and just things in the world that are ingrained and entrenched so deeply in so many social and cultural systems, and folks who have been persisting and persevering in the face of injustice for hundreds and hundreds of years. Black lives matter. People of color's lives matter. And in times such as these, it's really important to educate yourselves on allyship and champion Black lives and Black stories, creators, artists of color. The ability to create and play depends on feelings of safety. And those are really scarce for a lot of folks in the world right now. And something that's important to us is committing to fighting racism at both individual and systemic levels. If you're able to, please consider donating to reputable organizations to show your support and stand with folks who are tirelessly fighting for a better, more inclusive future, because their stories are worth hearing and worth telling. Thank you for listening to that. And we appreciate you holding space for us to talk about that kind of stuff. And so now I think we should tell some stories and play some D&D. Yeah, let's roll that intro.
Yeah.
Ba-da-da-doom, ba-da-da-doom, yeah, yeah, yeah. When you're stuck in quarantine and there's nothing on TV, come on down, come and see Blackwater D&D.
Ooh,
Yes.
every time.
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
Sean,
Yeah.
I'm sad that you turned your camera off and you weren't just sitting in the top corner.
We've learned that you should not do that. It's not immediately clear when you're on an iPad.
We've done this for so long.
So funny.
It is important to examine the patterns that you have done
true.
just because people tell you to do them. Like,
yo,
look, no one explained to me why we turned it off. I thought it was just like, we're going to give space for Cody to roll the thing. Like, I thought it was just like, you know.
shout out to Cody one time.
Shout out to Cody
Shout out
to
all the
Cody.
time.
All the
All the
time.
time.
We
All the
love
time.
Love Cody.
I'm on the
Cody.
fence about Cody.
Cody.
All
But
right.
sometimes you got to touch a stove to know that it's hot.
All right. So for those of you just joining us tonight, last week, after a bit of downtime in Wolfreen that saw Callie and Kamea exchange tattoos and Kokanee speak to his dead father, only to decide to let him sink to the bottom of the sea. And meanwhile, Finnan, Letters, and Yana debated the merits of new menu items of the Blackwater Bar and Grill, particularly scrambled eggs. Epi attempted to gain some insight about her future, believing her prophecy to be fulfilled at Temple Caracal. Blackwater then came together to once again leave home and travel to the elemental plane of Earth to rescue their friend Clak. Arriving in the Scar, they discovered the city was not as they left it. A large stone wolf statue stood prominently near the city's entrance, and not a Dao in sight. And the once legendary fighting pit was destroyed, along with several large compounds throughout the city. The party disguised themselves and traveled to Jongle's Conch, a favorite bar of Letters, to try to find out what the state of the city is. As they arrived, they felt the earth beneath them shake. So as you kind of walk up to the bar, you can feel this sort of like rumble through the city, and kind of goes for 15, 20 seconds, and it sort of dissipates. You can see people you catch a few out of the corner of your eye, kind of steady themselves on different buildings and things like that. And then everybody kind of continues about their business.
Does it look like this is something that's like a regular occurrence for folks, that it like doesn't really faze them?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 28.
Yeah, it seems like the few people that you can see kind of in this part of the city, it looks like they were not too phased by this. This seems somewhat regularly to be happening.
Okay. This is the bar?
Yeah, let's get some information on the state of the scar, because it looks like a lot's changed.
Is there anything important we should know before going inside?
Thursday's ladies' night, but wait, we don't have days here. That didn't happen. That's not canon. No, nothing you need to know. Do it.
Sometimes
Every night.
Sometimes it's ladies' time.
Thursday.
Every
It's a Scarian
don't have
holiday
nights.
dedicated. It's dedicated to the guy Thurs.
We don't have days. There's
it's
no
Thursday.
passage.
It's not day. It's Thursday.
No. We're not gonna bring that affectation back. That's a Solomon Grundy born on a Monday bullshit. Anyways, let's go into this bar and move this story along. Hell
Would you
yeah.
prefer it to
Right?
be Solomon Grundy?
Do I still
No,
look like
look.
a baby minotaur?
We all
Don't-
look like Minotaur.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
I'm
gonna
a
get into Solomon
child.
Grundy.
Oh shoot! What
No,
was
you
my
look
name
like a
today?
patch.
Today?
You specifically look like a patch because I made you
Oh.
look like a patch.
Mhm.
Because
Oh.
patch aren't
Hmm.
slaves anymore.
I'm
Remember? Because we
Jul-
switched.
I'm
Sick.
Julep,
Were a
right?
minotaur
I can go into
Yeah,
the
Julep.
bar.
Yeah.
Julep. That's me. I'm Julep.
So you open the door to the jungle's conch, and letters this familiar bar to you. You can see the number of trophies along the wall, different weapons of long kind of dead gladiators adorn the walls, and you can see the sort of similar setup to when you've left. There's kind of booths along the outside, and then there's kind of like the bar on the left hand side with a number of casks kind of lining the walls. You see the normal bartender, Jongle, is not there. Instead, you can see a minotaur who looks familiar to you. It looks like Blue Ribbon behind the bar. And as you look around, you can see there are a few other minotaurs within the bar. It's difficult to kind of make them out as they're all kind of in their different booths. You also see there is a small stage where a genasi with kind of polished granite skin with flecks of gold in it is playing a Canaan kind of in his lap. And you can see he's like fine blue coat, and over his shoulders slung kind of a bandolier with what look like blade handles of all different kinds of gemstones. And he's playing kind of beautiful music as you come in.
He's
and
playing a what?
He's playing a Canaan. It's almost like it's almost like it's kind of like a guitar harp that lays in your lap. They're very cool.
We call that a guitar around here.
Harp.
And it's almost played like a slide guitar a little bit.
No.
And who also this figure is also familiar to you. You know that familiar face to be Shale, a gladiator that once fought alongside you under the ownership of Baba.
Okay, Julep, and your fiance, do you guys want to do your thing? Get the lay of the land. Just a heads up, that fellow over there, his name's Shale. He's an all right dude, but he's very deadly. So I definitely wouldn't pick any fights here. The lady behind the bar, that's Blue Ribbon. She's kind of bubbly. Good head on her shoulders. A weakness to flattery. So use that to, she's really proud of her ear tufts. So that's if you're looking for like a sneaky way in. But I'll let you guys do. You guys are clearly.
Well, what line of questioning are we looking to kind of pursue?
Just lay the land. I feel like you know a little bit more about subterfuge than I, and I'm gonna lay low because I feel like I might give myself away.
Right. Okay.
Pretty well-known figure. It's been a year or so, but I don't think they'll forget about old letters all that quick. So have fun, everybody. What do we say? See what we can get in 20 minutes and then move on.
Probably sounds like a good idea. Not good to linger anyway.
No. Hey, Coconut, you want to order me up a glass of spider milk? I haven't had a good one in a minute.
Yeah, and then I'll do that, and then I'll come grab a seat with you.
Sweet.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
Callie, what's the plan of attack here?
I'm not really sure where to start here.
Are we just trying to find out kind of what happened in the city, right?
Yeah.
Ah, all right. And if anyone asks where we were when it all went down, what's our story?
I liked the idea of hunting spiders out, but
Hunting spiders for our engagement party.
yes.
I got it. That's good. All right.
What's
Hey,
your
Letters.
Yeah.
Do Minotaurs typically like celebrate their engagement in any way, shape, or form?
I mean, ideally not in a public place, but that
Right. So, like
depends on
going
the
out and
couple.
hunting spiders would be
I mean,
par for the course.
sure, why not? I mean, if you got the means, yeah, a good spider hunt, like get some thoraxes, like bring
Brilliant.
those back, turn into
Like
like a nice
that.
pair of boots.
We can work with
Pretty
that.
sick.
Let's just call me Tug.
Tug.
All right.
But, Letters, just so we know, like, what do we call you? Just so that we're not using maybe like your full name around here.
Oh yeah. My name. You want to know my name? My name.
I'd like to know your name.
Yeah,
Thank you,
my
Ben
name.
Swats.
Yeah, yours.
My name.
The one that you would like to be called. Yeah,
I'm glad you're asking me now because
yeah.
I feel like if this were happening in a high stakes situation,
It'd
this
be bad.
could already be bad.
It'd be a really bad time.
My
Just a
name.
group standing by the door.
Neppy's gonna tootle off and split
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
go
find
with
a
Neppy.
Mhm.
Talk and tootle. We'll tootle
okay.
off to the. My name.
Your name.
The
The one you'd like.
Yeah, is
Any name really. It'll be okay.
Dust Boy. Fuck.
That's
I'm not gonna lie, Letters. That's not a great name, but it might be a great name
Are
here.
you from here? Are you from
No,
here?
that's.
I've known
I'm
4
saying
Dust Boys in my life. All right.
Dust Boy it is then. All right.
Yeah.
so.
Are they
hold
all
on.
pets?
So Dust Boy, like
No.
as in like really, really, really small gravel boy.
No, look.
The
Okay,
smallest
gravel and
gravel
dust
boy.
are 2 different things. All right. That's,
Yeah. You're
You
telling
better-
me. Sorry.
You better watch that talk while you're here. All right.
Let-
My
How
name's
does-
Dust Boy.
How
Okay.
does Tug travel in the scar?
I buy Tug.
Alright.
Tug.
Good.
Julep?
I mean, just so you guys know, like Minotaur names, generally speaking, tend to be like it's kind of like a nickname that sticks. So it tends to be like
Right.
there tends to be like a story behind it. So if your name is Tug, I know you fill in the blanks because you might have to. You might get some sideways glances, but people are pretty chill about it. These names happen when you're fairly young. So like,
Right. Yeah. No. I think I've already got
some
something
people
here.
have some pretty. Yeah, I've known some people with some dumb names, but who are actually pretty sick dudes. Yeah,
Right.
Julep. I mean, I've never heard it before. I don't know what that means, but you live your best Minotaur life. I feel like you don't get to be a Minotaur every day. I do. It's pretty great, but I feel like if that's the Minotaur that you want to be, you do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Sick.
All right. Shall we? Julep, shall we? Go on and press some flesh, find out some information. Shaking hands. All right. Dust Boy.
Hey, look, I'm already 2 cups deep into this spider milk. I got faith in you,
Right.
Tug. Fuck.
Sounds good.
We have never done this before, and it shows.
Blackwater's never been to a bar like this before.
No, we've never had to just not be us.
Mhm.
We've never
We're not
like,
good at it.
stealth or like
Well,
used incognito.
it.
Like,
Okay.
okay.
Callie's gonna walk right up to the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Hi there. How's it going? Good to
Hi.
see you.
Good to see you
What
too.
can I get for you?
I'm not sure. What's your favorite thing here?
Oh my God, I'm so glad you asked.
I'm so glad I asked.
Well, I like it's a special drink that I make just myself.
Oh my
It's a little
gosh.
bit of spider milk, and then on top I put this red wine. Ooh, it's
Oh.
so nice. It goes sort of pink. I call it a pink ribbon.
Oh, that sounds
Mm,
delicious. We'll
yeah.
get. She's gonna reach behind her and grab Tug and be like, "Baby, do you want one? We'll get 2."
Two.
Yeah, 2 would be brilliant. Thank you.
Sure. And she kind of
Hi,
points.
I'm Tug.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. Tug, that's such an interesting name. How'd you get that?
Oh, well, when I was a little kid, I had a real fascination with ropes. And I went looking for one like I was a dumb kid. And I found a big, thick rope, and I was like, this is going to impress everyone in my village. They're going to think it's the best rope ever. So I pulled on it. It wasn't a rope. It was a strand of spider silk. And well, long story short, I almost lost an arm. But luckily, my brother was there, and he saved me from it. But, they ever since they, laughingly called me Tug, and it just kind of stuck because I tugged on the wrong thing, But this one, I tugged on the right thing, if you know what I mean. Like,
He did.
That's a weird way to say that, but okay.
No, as soon as I said it, I really, she's my new fiance. I'm a little nervous about it.
Okay. Oh, your fiance.
Yeah.
I've just never seen you two around. I thought I'd met all the Minotaurs in the scar.
We've actually been out of town for a while, celebrating our recent engagement. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, out hunting spiders, in fact.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Actually, we kind of noticed things are a little different than when we left. How are things? Are things
how
good?
long ago did you leave?
Quite a while. We we really wanted to make an adventure of it, find ourselves out in the wilds. It was about like a year since we released Goomba, right? Yeah. We just kind of did a year walkabout, kind of year long, just finding ourselves. We wanted to find ourselves before we found each other, if that makes sense.
What's a year?
Sorry, it's something I picked up from a weird traveler.
Like a deception check.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Lennon forgot that this is where we left off.
Sean Deppner, what have you done to my dice, you animal?
What did I do to your dice? Oh yeah, I put hair ties on them.
I picked them up and I was like, this isn't a D20. It's shaped weird.
And he cursed your dice for a moment.
He didn't. It's a 25.
Nah.
Okay, she goes, oh, that's so fascinating.
Yeah, it's like a span of time. But, we actually met them out during the trip, so you meet some fascinating people out there in the wastes. It's
okay. You went all the way to the wastes.
We went as far as we could and come back.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous out there. You must be strong.
Well, I don't like to brag.
Don't worry, I'm not going to steal your man.
No.
You couldn't if you tried, and she's going to put her head on.
She goes, I
could. Do you want to try?
Finnan's illusion starts to glow as he blushes so furiously.
I'm just kidding. You seem sweet.
You too, honey. You too. Well, that's fascinating. But I mean...
Yeah, we're a little out of the loop. It seems
Grumbar, he came back.
No, what? Really? That's amazing.
He freed all the slaves.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, he arrived just under a year ago, maybe. Probably just a little after you left.
Sorry, and using the year as in like... Have you also met a strange traveler that explained to you what a year as like a time basis
no,
was? I'm just basing it off us. Yeah,
I'm just trying to be cordial. So.
Oh no,
trying to explain this to you, but
and that's lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, he came back. He crawled right up out of the chasm, destroyed the whole pit when he did. Then he went through and started destroying the compounds, freed all the slaves. Pets joined up with him. The Minotaurs.
What's up?
And all these stone giants came with him, flooded through the city, chased off the desert giants and the Dow. They put up a fight for a while, but a lot of them, I think, ran away.
And they're just gone now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a few desert giants here
Hmm.
that joined up with the fighting on the side of the stone giants. You know, the ones that didn't have slaves,
Yeah.
but all the Dow are gone. I
Wow.
haven't seen one in a long time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Because I care about her safety. There's no nearby like rebel camp, or it's done, right? It's like finished.
I think they fled. I mean, I haven't heard any rumblings of any rebel encampment. I think they're all too scared of Grumbar.
Good.
Yeah, and now
What about
Hmm?
like I have a lot of like kind of while it was happening, it was very much on the down low, but I had quite a few Petch friends before we left. I had a few friends. What I've been looking for a couple, and I just can't find them. Did the Dow and the Desert Giants, did they take some with them? Like, what's the situation there? Do we?
I mean, maybe. I'm not really
Man,
sure. I know
that worries me.
I know some of the Petch died in the fighting.
Oh,
Same with some of the Minotaurs. And I assume maybe some of them were taken. Probably grabbed whatever they could. I mean, those Dow and those Desert Giants don't, they like their slaves. But just so you know, the Minotaurs have kind of banded together.
oh, it's
We
great.
all kind of swore fealty to Grumbar, but
Of course.
we kind of elected a leader amongst the Minotaur.
Oh, that's amazing. Who got the spot?
Her name is Greymane.
Greymane.
She's one of the eldest.
Mm-hmm.
She's over there if you want to meet her.
I would be honored. Listen, this is a little crazy. Would Greymane be the sort of person to talk to about like trying to track down some of my friends? Maybe, like I said, like I'm pretty strong. If there's some remnant factions that are holding Petch against their will, I would be honored, and I would feel duty bound to go out and help those folk.
Well, maybe. I mean, she's probably your best bet, or she might know some. She's with another warrior over there, Blade Horns. Was a fearsome gladiator. She's over there. She I know has hunted down some Dow, I believe.
Fantastic.
She might have some insight.
Well, thank you for your help.
Hey, thank you for.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
A pleasure to meet you. It's kind of weird.
I'm gonna go chat with my cousin. He was out in the fields with us.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let him know about what's going on, and then maybe I'll have a chat with Greymane. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, of course. If y'all need anything, just let me know.
Kelly's gonna hang. Well, as soon as he goes, Kelly's gonna hang back, and she's gonna be like, "Don't worry, hon. You'll find someone someday."
I bet I will.
No.
I hope you do. I hope you do. So nice to meet you.
Enjoy your drink.
Thank you. Enjoy your night.
I love when we make more enemies in the scar. It's a good vibe.
It's such a good vibe.
I don't look like this normally. She's gonna I'm gonna go back and see my fiance. Have fun.
You do that. Hang on tight.
Have fun here. And she's gonna turn around.
I'm gonna head over to Letters.
Okay, and you can see she pointed over to an older Minotaur. You can see kind of like somewhat silver, dark gray hair with like a very like kind of coarse mane down the middle of like kind of more shiny sort of silver hair that kind of set against the sort of salt and pepper rest of her hair. And you can see she has a large walking stick kind of resting on the table. And across from her is another Minotaur who looks like pretty large, pretty like muscular in build. And you can see the like tips of her horns are kind of coated in metal. And she does look, she has a number of kind of scars sort of around her face and on her arms and things like that. And you can see like her mane is braided into kind of this like thick braid that hangs down the back. So yeah, you head back to the rest of the group.
Letters.
Yeah.
I fill him in on everything, and I go, I need to know a couple of things: Greymane, Bladehorn, and also you guys measure your time by champions, right?
Yeah.
Who was the champion when we left?
Oh yeah, that was oh fuck that fucking, what are they called? Genasi? Yeah. Genasi, right? The Earth Genasi?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just called him Two Whip because he had two whips. It's a pretty uninspiring title, but this dude was a fucking whirling dervish. Like, you couldn't get close to him.
Right, but that's really good for me to know, because it's hard to tell how much time has passed because it's measured by champions. We don't know how many champions have fallen. But what I can say is last time we were here, I almost got caught out. I said a year, and it luckily I covered. But if I can say the
we
last
do
time
have
we
pretty
were here,
strange travelers coming through sometimes. And that's a joke.
No, well,
that was a dumb callback to a conversation I wasn't party to. Oh God, I'm breaking the wall. Oh, I see the fabric. Sorry.
But if I can say that we were here last when Two Whips was champion, that gives us a good measure of time. What do you know of Greymane and Bladehorn? Because apparently they're the people to talk to.
Greymane is new to me. Bladehorn ain't. She used to be a gladiator. Her real name's Hoofprint. Not too talkative. Kind of a strong silent type, got sort of a softness to her. She doesn't let a lot of people know this, but she likes like a little bit of flute, like just a little at night. It really eases her mind.
Is there a history between the two of you?
Oh yeah, we our paths crossed a few times. Never on the field. We were in different brackets. That would have been unethical.
Of course.
But, it's you're on the training grounds, and eyes crossed, and I like your moves. Why don't you show me moves sometime? Things like that. Anyways,
I also have something that I think I should raise with everyone. Is everyone like near enough by?
We're all in the booth.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
Yeah.
Rumbar's back. Dow are gone. Most of the desert giants are gone. Do we need to be other people?
Let's
For
see
now,
how
for
we
now,
do.
of course. I wanted to talk to Greymane and Bladehorn, but it's like I feel like I'm really teetering on the edge of disaster, lying all the time. I love to lie and I'm really good at it, but lying always leads to bad things.
Let me try one thing. Yana, you want to give me a hand here?
Yeah.
Okay. Because before we talk to Greymane, because I think Greymane's exactly, because honestly I feel like if we can talk to Groombar, then sounds like he doesn't like the Dow, and Dow's got our friend, mutual enemy. That's who we ultimately want to talk to. If we can talk to Greymane first, Greymane gets to Groombar. But let's get a little. Let me talk to you. What do you want your pet's name to be, Yana? Granite. Okay. We're gonna walk over to Shale playing the guitar. Excuse me.
We're here.
Excuse me. Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, we're big fans. I know. The fighting hasn't happened in a while, but we just saw you here, and Granite here. Well, they never got to see you fight. Just want to say, like, it's cool.
I heard stories.
Yeah, like, are you like? Sorry, I really don't know what to say here, but I just it's exciting to see
as you kind of say that, he takes his hands off and the kind of rings that he plays with kind of sets them on, and you can see with like lightning speed he grabs out all of like 5 blades out of his bandolier and kind of flips them around his hand. I think he rolled a natural 20 for his performance. It is amazing at like the speed and accuracy he's like juggling these knives around. It's amazing. You can see now too, like the hilts are all different kind of gemstones, but the blades themselves are kind of like sharp, almost look like Damascus steel, and you just kind of catch glimpses of it as they fan around and flip, as he like deftly catches them all and slings them back into his bandolier.
That's great. That's just
Wow.
It's been
This is the
a
guy.
while.
yeah. That's
Ah.
Shale. Man, sorry. Just like, what have you been up to since the fighting pits got smushed?
Well, without a master, I've been wandering, focusing more on my music. It's been too long. I've been neglecting my instrument. So I've just taken a bit of me time, traveling through the taverns, playing my Canaan.
Sorry. That's great. That's great. That's really, really, really cool. That's really good. Yeah, you were on Baba's roster, right?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, I never actually found out what happened to her. Did she get the smush, or?
I have no idea. I believe she maybe fled, but I can't be sure.
Okay. Granite, you want to take the reins? I seem
Can
to
I
be
have your
starstruck.
autograph?
Okay.
Kind of like smirks a bit. Of course, do you have a tablet?
Oh, do we have a tablet?
No.
I left my tablet at home. Okay, I'll. You know what? This was great. Just meeting you. This is great.
Great. Well,
Wow.
glad I could help.
Hey, I'm
Mhm.
really happy that you're doing something that brings you joy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Come on, Granite, let's get out of here and reflect on
Okay.
how we can be better. Yeah. Damn, fucking Finnan and Julep make it look so easy.
I thought I did great.
I think you did great too. I just don't know how to pump people for information unless violence is involved.
I'm
Like,
very good at passing as another person, but information is not exactly my skill set.
okay. Well,
Cal-
Baba may be alive, I say to the group as we're back at the thing. That's about all the useful information I got.
Yeah.
Shale's
I don't know if
started
he
his
knew
solo
anything.
career, which is pretty rad. He's fucking great at it. You can hear him right now. You don't need to take my word for it.
Would it be?
Letters. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, you go, Nappy, please.
Oh, thank you. Would it be useful if, as the Minotaur seem to have aligned themselves with Grumbar, I think Finland is on the right track, contacting Grumbar in some way, whether that's through Greymare or someone else. I think we should.
Grumbar is who we freed, right?
Yes.
Does Groombar
The
know we
one-
did that?
I saw Grumbar.
You saw,
Grumbar is the reason I have the tattoo on my hand.
Akadi.
You saw Akadi.
Fuck.
But if Akadi knows, then Grumbar knows. To my knowledge, they are as close to the brother and sister bonded. They are the antithesis of each other. So if she knows, then he might as well.
So I can do this one of two ways. I can go talk to Greymane as Tug, see if I can get some information, or I can just go talk to her as Finn and tell her the actual truth. We have enemies in the city. We used to have enemies in the city. We are friends of Grumbar, and we have a friend who's been taken. We either go the duplicitous route or the sincerity route. I leave it to you.
If there also is a temple of some kind, generally, I speak the language of religion. I could appeal on that front.
No,
Speak
that
the
doesn't.
language of people.
Yeah, that's not great. I mean, I feel like. Ooh, okay. You go up, you test the waters as Tug. Fuck, I probably should have asked about letters. Fuck. Like,
I can do that.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, you're the guy for that. Of course. Introduces Tug, but be like, as soon. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna make our way to sincerity. Like, okay,
Of course.
look, you use your best judgment. If Greymane seems like a poo-poo pee-pee person, then we don't trust her. But if she seems on the level, then like, she seems like the person we want to know, right?
Of course. I can. Should I?
Finn, no. Touch him on the shoulder and cast enhance ability for charisma.
You want me to come with you?
Have fun.
If you want, yeah, sure.
Hey Neppy, you wanna
Kellis.
go over because you got a pretty good eye for like people and whether they're like bullshitting or whatnot.
That is definitely a weakness of mine. I can't tell if people are lying to me. So
I'm bad at lying, but quite good at telling if other people are lying. So yes,
Well-
I can come.
you were an ex-slave. As a punishment, you got your tongue ripped out. You're mute.
Can you make it look like she has no tongue?
I simply won't open my mouth.
Could I like subtly change the seeming just to remove her tongue?
I don't know if you can.
No, I'm
Probably
not
have
sure
to
if I can. That's
recast
why I'm
it.
asking. Probably.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so like 2 taps on the
just-
shoulder
let's
means
just
she's
cut
What
off
if
good.
you're a
Nebby's tongue.
selective?
3 taps, bad.
Don't worry. I've got it. She just got punched in the throat a couple of times and broke her voice box.
Yeah, by Patch, by Tiny Patch, a little tiny lady Patch. Happens all the time. You're frozen.
I grab it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Kelly's gonna lean over to Neppy as like we're
Dabbing
walking.
on you.
As we're walking over, Kelly's gonna whisper to Neppy and be like, "That blue bitch over there, don't fucking like her," and just whisper that in her ear, and that's it.
Neppy's eyes just go.
Greymane.
You see the large minotaur kind of turns her head slowly.
I don't want to impose. I was just wondering if I
Who are
could.
you?
My name is Tug. I recently returned to the city.
Where have you been?
Out in the wastes, hunting spiders, just exploring, finding myself. You know,
Make a deception check.
of course.
With
Oh my
advantage.
That's another 25.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Last I was here, the champion was 2 whips, so I can only assume some time has passed.
Yes. Some time has passed.
I was talking to someone. They kind of filled me in, and what's been happening, and that's really exciting stuff. And I hear that you've been elected as the leader of our people.
I would not say so much as a leader, as a figurehead.
Well, that sort of attitude speaks to what a leader you most likely are.
Thank you. It is
My
a
pleasure.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I thought I had met all the Minotaur, but I guess I have not. She kind of looks at all of you. It's good to have you back.
Like
we
all
have
of
a
us,
friend. I will. Sorry, you go.
all of us, in the sense of she looks at us three
The three,
and
yeah.
the group behind us,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
okay, just
I'm sorry to be abrupt. Time is quite pressing. We have a friend who we believe has been taken by Baba,
Mm.
and it is important to us that we retrieve this friend. This might seem no. So I'm sorry, and I'm going to drop the illusion.
Okay.
I'm
Is that
sorry.
For all of us?
for all
No,
of us.
just for me. No, I can
Okay, great.
drop it just for me.
Oh,
I
God.
just dropped it off me, and I go. I didn't want to deceive. We have enemies within the city. Well, once within the city, it seems things have changed. You seem like a good person.
You can see as Bladehorn, like as your illusion drops, she immediately, you can see her hand on a very large sword kind of slung over her shoulder,
Mood.
just like lightning fast. Just
Do I
like,
have my sword?
Don't no every
You,
please.
you do. It's under your illusion.
Oh, God. Callie would just like the action of going for her sword would be there, and then she'd just like bring her hand back down.
I'm gonna lean close to Bladehorns, just really slowly, and be like, "Hoof Prince, I know you like flute. That's all I can say. I am a friend. You can trust me, please."
You see her cheeks go bright red.
Oh,
And then I lean back.
She kind of
Please,
and
our
you see
friend.
Greymane kind of stifles a little laugh.
Do they can before while Finnan's talking his way. Just like what is Greymane's demeanor right now when he changes, like when he drops his thing right away? What's her demeanor like?
She's taken aback. She's quite surprised, and it's sort of like she's not. You could tell she's likely not a fighter herself, so her instinct isn't to go for a weapon, but Bladehorn is there, essentially ready to go.
Okay.
We were
Sean's
here.
breathing.
We were here a while ago, and whilst we were here, we made enemies of Baba and of Dresda.
Zamarod.
Dresda is a different
And Malik.
person. And Malik. We made some enemies in the city that I don't think are here any longer. But we also made a friend named Clak, who was amongst the Petch. And it is my belief that in retaliation for some of our actions against those folk, we have had our friend taken.
We know that Zamarod has him.
I dropped the
At least.
illusion on Nebby. Like, there's no point in this, really.
My apologies.
We weren't sure what sort of welcome we would receive in a city filled with enemies at one point, but it seems that things have changed.
And
We came in with magic, but I want to be sincere.
You see
Do
Bladehorn
you
kind
wanna
of leans
drop the-
over the table, and she goes, "Where's letters?"
Can
Is
you
he-
drop the illusion on me? Can you?
Do you ask that?
Yeah. Can you?
I drop it.
Then perhaps
is-
we should not all have this conversation in a bar.
No, I'm well aware.
Yes.
Let's maybe head
There's the
somewhere.
back room.
Yeah, maybe we can head to the back room. That
Oh my God,
I mean,
last
that
time we
probably
were-
answers your question there. Later.
Oh yeah, shit. Drop the thing.
We're gonna hold some illusions up for now, just in case there are some eyes belonging to people that don't have our best intentions in mind. We burnt some pretty. Well, we didn't have the bridges to begin with, but if there were bridges, they would have been burnt pretty aggressively.
Yes. Very well. All right.
I mean, Jongle showed me how to do it. You guys, Blue, do you mind if I get the?
You're like letters? Is that you?
Still do it. It's fucking incognito. Just get
Oh
rid
my
of
god! She's
How did
already said it out
How
loud.
did Blue react to me changing into a human?
That's.
She was
I
kind of
wanted.
like
I wanted to
"Wow."
ask how Blue reacted to me.
big
Like,
turn off.
did I? Did I?
Yeah,
Call
It's a
Blue?
Of course it is.
And she was like, "Oh, of course."
Callie. Did Callie clock Blue's reaction at all?
What's your passive perception?
I mean, mine's 25. I feel like I
Then
probably
you would have
so,
seen
yeah.
these reactions.
A 16.
Nah, you might have caught like just sort of just out of the corner of your eye. You did see that Blue had a reaction. It was hard to-
Callie's gonna look over and she's gonna blow her a kiss.
She goes, "You can have them."
Finnan would just have such a deep-seated like sadness inside of him for a moment, just like if sorry, I'm slipping back into the accent that I was using before. If we could have a moment of your time. I
Yes.
also want to say something. No, it's better if we say it in the back room.
Is this the back? This is Lennon asking this. Is this the back room that we were attacked in by giants last time we were here?
Yeah,
Because
is that the same back
This is
room
the
that we
same
got
bar,
attacked
We
in?
didn't get
because-
attacked in them. They tracked us to it, and we.
Oh,
had
and
to,
then we
like,
were
we were stuck
exit
in the back
from the
room,
back
yeah.
room, like any
Yeah.
good back.
Was
room.
it Jongles that we were at?
It
Yes,
was.
it was
It was.
Jongle's
It was a
Jongle's
back.
Conch,
It was
yeah.
the back room of some bar in the
Jongle's Conch.
Scar where we
Jongle's
got
Conch.
fucking attacked, and I'm
No, we had to
scared.
come out. They didn't get us in the thing. It's a
Yeah.
secret back room. Jongle is a good man.
It's
He
because they were
didn't sell us
threatening
out.
Jongle. They were
Yeah.
threatening Jongle, and we
Yes.
stepped out to stop it.
We saved Jongle's life.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right, we did. Mhm.
One person we didn't make an enemy out of. Go team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah! Sorry,
Also,
I
I'm
just
feeling good about this Greymane. We might not alienate this person.
Are you saying
Maybe.
that out loud as we walk into the back room?
Yes. No, because I'm saying it in my Australian accent.
Greymane takes
so
us
good
in.
though.
Point.
Greymane takes us into the back room and just tells the horns to fucking kill
Yeah,
us all.
kill us all.
Kill
No,
them
it's-
all,
That's
bitch.
right.
It's really easy to tell when I'm being me, when I'm being Finnan, and when I'm being Finnan being
You're
someone
right.
else. It's
You're
like
right.
there's a bevy of pretend.
So Greymane kind of like weighs it out, and she's like, "Very well. Come, we can discuss further." She kind of takes her walking stick and kind of pushes up and leads over behind the bar, and you see Blade Horns kind of moves one of the casks over, revealing a door, and you all kind of head inside. Do you all go, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you all head over, and as you kind of walk by, you see Blue is like, "Hi, Letters."
Hey, Blue. Tufts are on point. Really nice.
Shut up.
I love what you've done with them. They're
Thank
really
you.
great.
And you, as you kind of walk by Blade Horn, she goes, I can't believe you told him.
Look,
that was private.
Yeah.
Oh no.
She
believe me when believe me when I say he's not a gravel boy.
As she comes and closes the door.
And then hears this and a small tear rolls.
You are what you do, bro.
As you all file into this somewhat cramped back room, as there are now, the 6 of you plus the 2 minotaurs, but you kind of all huddle in around the table as Greymane sits down again.
All right, drop the thing. Yeah,
drop the whole.
Drop it.
Firstly, I want to please know that this is not braggadocio. This is just something I feel like we should address immediately. 4 of the people in this room are responsible for the release of Grumbar.
It's these 4, by the way. It's not the 2 of us.
Not me, not Letters, but the other 4 are responsible for his release. So you know that you have an ally in us.
That is true, then the city owes you a great debt.
If that is the case, then the city can pay that debt right now. We just need to find our friend.
I would like to help you in any way I can, but
of course,
I am not sure where all the Tao and the Desert Giants fled to. I believe you spoke of Melik and Zamarod.
Zamarod is... I was able to scry on and find our friend Clak, and he is being beaten and held in a caving subsystem of some kind. Now, if I can get within 1,000 feet of him, I can find him. But I'm assuming that Zamarod's compound has been destroyed.
Oh, yes, it was destroyed, but I was going to say his jade hammer wasn't found, so he's assumed to still be alive.
Right.
Go
ahead. No, go ahead, Finan.
Do you know of anyone who's explored outside of the Scar, who knows the places that one might hide or reconnoiter or coalesce?
I would imagine if they did go anywhere, it would have been deeper underground through the cave systems in their mines.
My concern is if they're still present and organized enough to make their way to the material plane to capture one of our friends, then they are still very much a threat to this city.
Yes.
Perhaps also working together, because we knew when Clak was initially taken, at least by his own account, that Baba had taken him, and now he is currently in the hands of Zamarod.
Yes, the Tao banded together with the other desert giants who owned slaves as a preservation of life. They all worked together to defend themselves. Many of them died, but some of them did flee in the final days of battle. I would explore the mines if you're going to find them anywhere. I know Bladehorn, she was able to track down a few desert giants here and there who were also in hiding. She might have some insight. And she kind of looks over, and Bladehorn's kind of like, yeah, they're all cowards and went down into their mines.
So they're nearby?
Well, some of them with the bigger mines probably have gotten pretty far by now. But some of the smaller mines pretty much all cleared out.
How deep do those mines go?
I don't know.
We've been in Melek's mine.
Well, if you think he's alive, that might be a place to start. He did have a pretty serious mining operation.
Yes. It may also could at least be something we could rule out. If we could get into Melek's mine, I can try and locate Clak, and if he's within 1,000 feet, I can find him. And if not, perhaps we know that we spent some time in that mine, and perhaps we know he's not there.
Where is Grumbar now?
Grumbar rests at the bottom of the chasm.
How does one commune or talk to the stone wolf?
Through the stone.
Ah,
Is he active in governance, or how do things work now?
No, he is present, and I believe if we should need him in time of battle, he will arrive, but he is let us govern ourselves. And with the return of the stone giants, we have had their help in rebuilding. The rubble is being cleared away and rebuilt as we speak. But each group is responsible for itself, and those who are native to this plane are used to this, but, well, the Minotaurs we're deciding what the path ahead looks like. Most of us were not brought here willingly, but most of you don't remember. She kind of looks at you, Letters and Bladehorns. You were too young. There are very few of us that remember life before the scar.
Are we not from here?
No. No, child.
Where are we from?
We're from a place on the material plane. I may find it in my notes.
Listen, Greymane, she's old. Memory starts going a little bit. She has a notebook that she needs.
And she's pushing 45.
Yeah, she's.
We're from
That sounds like my Nana.
We're from a city known as Keros, on the continent Kotona.
Katona.
Yes, in the south.
How did they get a whole bunch of us from a different plane? I didn't know that was really a thing here.
There is a thief in Keros who specializes in acquiring young minotaurs.
What's his name? Their name, excuse me.
I do not remember.
How long ago did this happen?
Oh, for me, maybe 30 years ago.
Has this been happening for generations? Because when you said you don't remember it happening, it felt like you were one of the first, but were you just old enough to recall?
I was a bit older when I was taken.
I understand. Okay.
But as far as I know, it's been going on for generations.
Is it still happening?
None have arrived since Grumbar has come back, but we are vigilant.
Who is the thief acquiring them for?
It was for the Tao, or the Desert Giants. They were working through Babak, who ran the slave market. He was their point of contact.
Do you know if Babak fell during the return of Grumbar?
I am not sure.
We never met Babak.
No.
Okay.
You heard his name, but you
Yes.
never met him.
Okay.
Somebody we didn't make that.
Worthwhile
Wait.
talking to him once we've dealt with our friend.
We are deciding if it is worthwhile to pursue a way back to the material plane to find a new home or to make roots here.
You could go either way on that one. Good. Well, I mean, they're from the material plane. If you got any questions, you can ask these guys. Water's there. That's pretty cool. There are no giant spiders.
There's
That's
no
not great.
spider milk.
The granite is bad. Plants exist. That's pretty fucking wild. It's imagine rocks, but softer, but still hard, and so many colors.
She kind of smiles. Your insight might be very valuable to the Minotaurs here.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm happy to do it. We've got to get this guy. His name's Clak. He's mutual sidekick for life. So you're saying Grimbar's asleep, not to be bothered. And if we want to go find him, head to the mines.
I would try there first, yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
And if you wish to speak to Grumbar, you may attempt to commune with the statue, the large wolf statue. I don't know if he will answer your call, but you may try.
I mean, if he's not doing anything, yeah. Okay. Anybody else got anything they want to say to Greymane?
You go.
If we wanted to find you while we're still here, where would we be able to find you?
Well, I do spend quite a bit of time here.
Nice.
But there is a part of the city that was once where the slave market was, that has been reclaimed by the Minotaur. That is predominantly where most of the Minotaur now live.
Yeah.
Are we okay? Like, us? Are we doing all right?
Yes. There hasn't been a time when many of us could collect together.
Yeah.
And it has been a new experience for a lot of the Minotaurs to finally be around their own kind. And there are only a few of us Elder Minotaur to pass on the knowledge that we have. So it has been it's been an emotional experience connecting the generations. But the healing has begun.
Okay. All right, well, I'll take you up on that wisdom giving. But I think we should probably head out, right?
Yes.
Gang?
Sounds like time is of the essence for your friend.
Yeah.
If it's okay, I have an ability to see through another's eyes. It has to be willing, and if you're not willing, that's fine. I was wondering if I could use that on you so that we could find you with expediency. I would just be able to look through and see where you were currently located.
Yes, I suppose that's fine.
It doesn't feel like anything. I just
maybe. Do you have a means of sending a message to me beforehand, just in case I am indisposed?
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that.
Sure. Yeah.
But of course,
I place my hand on her and create a link.
That's good. Yes. I saw you all fight in the pits. It was impressive.
Oh, we're better than that now.
It has been some time.
Yes.
I had literally never done any. That was my first adventure.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's quite impressive. I'm sure your friend is in good hands.
Thank you.
Not currently.
Not at
but
the moment.
Soon.
And if you find any Dao, except for maybe Jungles, dispatch them without mercy.
Is
Kelly's gonna lean over to someone. One of the wizards. Be like, does that mean kill? Does that
Yes.
mean
Yes. Yes, it does.
kill? Okay. It would be Neppy.
is that is Jongle welcome back to the city, or he seemed like a really decent guy. He had an opportunity to sell us out and didn't. Are all Dao disallowed?
For the time being, there is still a lot of pain from the suffering they inflicted, so most Dao are looked upon the same way, but I believe there could be room for some of them to return.
We'll be sure
Jongle's,
to let
I
him know
know,
that.
was remembered fondly by a lot of the gladiators, so he may be welcome, but he may also be an outcast.
Mm.
Good luck.
I lean over to Letters. Do you think Jongle would want to run a bar and grill on the material plane?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Maybe. I feel like he'd be, although I feel like if anyone would know a thing or two about spider handling, look, Tad is doing
Or
great at the
ranch.
bar and grill, but I feel like Jongle could really transition real well into a spider ranch.
Hell yeah.
It's just a crazy thought. I mean, we have room for another person, don't we?
Like, yeah, we got priorities, but that is like at least fourth or fifth down the line. Like, way ahead of you. I like your entrepreneurial spirit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Also, before we leave Greymane, obviously quite low in the priority. We're going to find our friend first and deal with things. But is there a place in the city where we can buy live or like youngling spiders? Like the spider milk spiders? Letters here is branching out into entrepreneurship, and he wants to bring some to the material plane.
Yes, I believe that some of the desert giants who were spider ranchers have stuck around and continued to provide spider milk for the city.
Brilliant.
You may try near the spider markets and beyond the entrance to the scar on the edge of the wastes. I believe there is a spider ranch out there. There's also a Zorn ranch.
Yeah, I mean, shopping can wait. Thank you so much, Greymane.
Greymane, one question just before we go. Will we, in this form, in our true visages, be able to travel unaccosted throughout the city?
I believe so. You may get some sidelong looks, but your fight in the pits was widely spoken of. So I would not be surprised if you may have some fans out there who saw that fight, as I did. I believe you should be safe, unless, as you said earlier, you had enemies in the city, perhaps. So it is up to you. I can't speak to how safe you feel at any given time.
I also have just one question. Perhaps there was a desert giant who was kind to us. Kargan and his son. He hid us when we were on the run. I can't imagine that you would know everyone.
I know Kargan. He has been working closely with the stone giants. He is quite a fervent servant of Grumbar.
Yes, he was. Well, if you see him, please tell him High Priestess Nepentha says hello.
I will.
All right. And also, will you give him this for me? And I'm going to take out a vial of my white water that I gave him last time, and I'm going to hand it to Greymane to give him again.
Very well.
Thank you. Well, shall we go?
Yeah.
And we can decide perhaps outside where we're going next.
Okay. Bladehorn kind of pushes open the cask and leads you back out.
As we're walking out, I just want to be like to Bladehorn, like, looking good. You've been keeping fit, like.
Yeah, I have. Maybe if you have some time later, I can show you some of the moves I've been working on.
Oh yeah, out of the gladiatorial rings down into the mines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not exactly a fair fight down there, is it?
I can show you a thing or two.
I've learned a thing or two myself.
I bet you have. She kind of slaps your butt as you go by.
I'm so
Everyone-
here for that energy.
For everyone keeping track at home, Tim's flirt count is up to 2.
I'm gonna get you all.
Wait, in
I have tried to
this
flirt with
in
all
this
of you.
episode or in
Just
general?
in this
Just
episode.
in this episode. In general, all
It's
of us are
innumerable.
flirting.
It's innumerable
I'm just
how many
keeping
times
track
he's
every
flirted with
episode.
us.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lean
Bingo
over.
of sorts.
NPCs are single and ready to mingle.
It's true.
My
I'm gonna-
NPC's not.
I would love to just lean over to Yana or Callie. Hey, you two. I feel like either of you got any just like flowers on you. I feel like that's sort of your treehouse ladies. So I feel like that's kind of on brand.
Um,
I'm gonna roll
uh,
for that, I think. Is that fair, Tim?
You're gonna roll for that?
Yeah,
Can
what
I-
would,
can
what would
I-
you say
can
I
I-
should roll for that? Because, like, yeah, chances are pretty good.
chances
You
are
have
also.
one?
Can I roll too?
Sure. So we'll have you both roll nature checks
Okay, sick,
to
sick.
see if you just have some loose flowers on you at any given time.
Nothing
Like
fancy. Just
Dry
like
flowers that have been
Yeah,
pressed
yeah,
in
yeah,
books.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
any type of flower.
Don't
Shut
forest
up,
gnomes,
A 19 for me.
don't forest gnomes have the druidcraft
No.
cantrip?
I got a natural 20 plus.
So many
As-
flowers, a full
As
bouquet.
you like,
Fresh
as you
bouquet.
say that, it's like it's as if they've been waiting for you to ask. As like Yana opens up like a little pouch that is full of just like dry flower petals and like a few dry flowers, and Callie just like reaches kind of between her armor and pulls out like just like a beautiful flower crown.
Just
that
like a
she'd been
rose,
working
like
on.
a pristine rose.
Like a little flower crown that she'd been working on for Jar. And she just was like, "Yeah, I got this."
Can I
Yeah.
can I take just one of the? I don't need the whole crown. Can I just take one of those?
Yeah.
Sweet. And I'm just gonna
She'll
sneak
tuck
over
it back
to
in her armor.
Blue Ribbon, and I said, "Hey, sorry I can't stay to chat. Just in from the material plane. I gotta go catch up with a buddy of mine.
Sure,
But I brought this for you.
my
They don't
God.
exist here. This is called a flower.
I was gonna say, what is this? Beautiful.
Well, you know,
She smells it. She like chews it a little bit.
yeah, it is edible.
Oh, it's
Um,
good. It's
I know,
good.
right? Right? It's like we should have been eating those all along, right?
I know, right? It feels right.
Well, hey, tell
are
you
you
what,
sure
I
you
gotta
gotta
go. I gotta go, but I would love to tell you all about flowers
Mm,
when I come back.
I would love that too. And she kind of like hits your nose with it.
Bye,
She
Blue Ribbon.
boops your
Sorry,
snoot.
I deceived you.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine. I'm glad I see you for who you are now. You're
Oh,
sweet though. You're sweet. You're very sweet. He's very sweet. Tell him he's sweet. But he's
Yo,
No, I
Finnan,
can
you're
hear
sweet.
you.
Too much skin.
Thank you.
Right?
So much-
so
Yeah.
much skin. So much
Yes.
skin. I haven't been
Don't
able to
like
talk
that.
to anybody about this.
No,
Um,
no. It's
anyways.
like, you remember that hairless minotaur?
Oh my god, what was that guy doing?
I don't
Like,
know.
It
I felt
wasn't a
bad
birth
for him.
defect, it was a choice.
Shaved.
Why?
Notorious- He was known for shaving. And he would
Like, I guess
oil-
everybody needs a gimmick,
Yeah,
but he said
not
it made him
good.
more aerodynamic in the ring.
yeah,
I don't know about that. I feel like it gave him skin problems.
yeah, it was gross.
You look
Anyways.
kind of like this, and I use disguise self to look like a hairless minotaur.
Oh,
I can look like whatever I want.
It's-
Please
that's
don't.
pretty no. It's the minotaur form is not beautiful without hair.
I use disguise self to look exactly like letters.
That much
That's-
better.
That's
That's
better if you
nice.
just keep that up all the time.
Like that.
You
Oh.
talk.
Oh well, it's
Woof.
definitely not a
Woof.
tactile thing. I'll
Woof.
get rid of the illusion and leave.
Anyways,
All right.
say hi to
Oh.
your mom and dad for me. Should
Yeah.
we go, guys?
So mhm.
As we would be leaving, like if we're
Mhm.
leaving, Callie's gonna pull letters aside as much as she
Mhm.
can. She's gonna be like, "Are you okay?"
Am I okay?
Yeah. Don't have to be.
Not really. there's a lot going on right now. I don't know what I expected when we came back, but it wasn't this. I feel like I should be happy, but I don't really feel like I can right now. I'd love a proper debrief. Actually, there's something I'd quite like to say to you, but I feel like we have to go. We've been here a hot second.
I will say before we go, as someone who doesn't or didn't know where she came from, man, it has been a journey for me. I would be happy to listen and talk with you, and I will go wherever to find where you are from, and I will be there right beside you.
Thank you very much. As far as I'm concerned, I'm from Blackwater Keep, so we don't have to go that far.
Me too.
Cool.
Oh.
Shale, you sound great. Keep it up.
As you say that, you notice Shale is not there.
That mother.
Oh, that makes me anxious. Callie's gonna. That wouldn't make Callie anxious because she wouldn't notice, but that makes me anxious.
Well, Shale's gone. Now you notice. Be anxious.
As you say it over, like, and Finnan, you had just kind of clocked it with your passive perception as you were leaving. Same with you, Neppy. But as Letters kind of turns to say that, yeah, it just like you see the stage is empty.
Shale, who worked for Baba,
Yeah.
is gone.
Hey, should we just fucking call Zamarod? I feel like this monkey's gonna be out of the bag pretty quick now that we're like, should we just be like, hey, asshole, we're here. Like, you got our petch. Obviously, we're coming for you.
Should I really call him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Do
don't
we
hate
think that's
that.
a good idea? Like, let's just fucking look. Yeah, fuck
They're
that
not-
guy.
They're not, in Seven's words, ringing again in my head. They don't want Clak. They want us.
Yeah, so maybe he'll give us like a clue or something. Expedite the whole process.
They can fucking try.
They'll keep him alive, I hope. What would you like me to say to him? I know
Hey,
what I would like
motherfucker,
to
we're
say to
coming
him.
for you.
What if we make it a condition that Clack has to be alive and safe for us to be here?
Let's just see what he fucking wants. Like,
How about we ask for dinner? Take him up on his dinner offer.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty good at responding to an invitation for dinner.
all right, yeah, okay.
As this is happening, Callie's also gonna reach over Letters. She's just gonna put a hand on his shoulder and heal him for 1 point. That's it.
Such an
Thank you.
energy. I love that. All right. I'm gonna. Oh, I feel so
Nice.
anxious just doing this. Yeah, I'm gonna cast.
Should we just see what he fucking wants first? We can do two. We can do two.
I can
Just
talk
be
to
like,
him twice.
paraphrase. You say it nice. Hey, buttfuck, you got our petch. What's the deal? He says some bullshit. Oh, I'm Zamarod. I have a big jade mace, and I put it up my own butt for kicks. That's a rumor, but look. I have it on good account. I know a guy who knows a guy who said he saw it with his eyes. And then we're like, okay, like that TMI. Thanks, bud. Let's do dinner because that's a nice little callback to him.
He
Hey,
also
but-
wanted to make me a lich, so
That's right. He did
did.
offer you
yeah.
power.
2 calls to
It's like-
Zamarod.
Still kind of sounds fun, but
No.
Um,
Hey, but fuck, you got our patch is this episode's name.
Okay.
Two
I'm
calls.
sure
2
he
calls.
was gonna
See how the first one
Hold on.
goes. Maybe he gives more than he bargained for.
Tim, if I remember right, Zamarod, who was the one who referred to me as the prize, right?
Gross.
Yucky.
Lennon will hurt him for that.
So will Neppy.
This guy casually hangs out with No Lip Larry. Like,
Constantly.
it's fucking Wednesday night. They're out cruising.
Oh, yeah.
oh,
I had to remember who No Lip Larry was. I do remember.
How
now.
could you forget No Lip Larry?
Because I thought of the guy from Monsters Inc. who got his soul sucked out of him and had the big lips. That's immediately where my brain went, and I don't know why.
That's the opposite.
Okay.
All Lip Larry.
All Lip Larry.
Wizards.
Okay, I'm casting sending.
Zamarod. As you may have expected, we have returned to the sky. You know why we've come. What is it that you want? That's it.
A few seconds go by. You hear back. We want revenge for what you took from us.
Oh, fuck.
I would relay this to the group.
Ooh,
That sounds bad.
that's defo bad.
Is it? I have an instinctual response.
Is it fuck you?
Yes.
Do it.
Well, I mean, look, we're gonna fuck this guy.
I'm not. I have a wife.
Come
weird
on,
way to put
you're
that.
gonna fuck him like violently.
Letters, we're gonna dig into this one. We're gonna
Yeah,
we're
look,
gonna keep
I'll
going.
commit. The point is, what we need is information. Right? Like,
Yes.
is there any
Us-
kind of? Can we be tricky on him? Like, maybe the dinner's good. Like, okay, motherfucker, set your trap. We'll walk into it. Like, even that.
I have a thought. If you
Yeah, go for it. Go
let
hard.
me run with it.
Run fast.
Are you going to relay the thought first?
Yes.
No, fire from the hip. Do it. It was so
No,
well
I
last
just
time.
listen, Nappy.
I understand, Finnan. I'm going to tell him that revenge is a dish best served cold over dinner, and ask if the invitation still stands.
Yeah, that's hot. That's hot fire.
Do
Good
it.
works.
Well then, Jade King, I've heard revenge is a dish best served cold over dinner. Does your invitation still stand?
Of course. In fact, my pet is getting hungry. I believe you knew his mother.
Ooh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Mother of cousins,
no.
Sean, mother of cousins.
Dragon.
I'm guessing.
It's a dragon.
Yeah, it's gonna
So,
be a baby.
Melik tells me. And that's where we're going to take a break.
So I would like to imagine that scene where Letters and Callie are going, do it. It's Neppy, and then it's Letters and Callie on both sides of me, like, do it, do it, do it.
We are
Guys,
that
I'm-
group sitting with the person who's about to text someone. Tell
Yeah.
them.
You fucking text him. You fucking text him.
Do it.
Do it.
Guys, I'm vulnerable to poison, so that's gonna be
I can
bad.
help you. I can
Okay.
help you with that.
Okay.
I prepared a spell just for that. So before we take our break, we actually have a couple of real sweet announcements
Right, yes.
to get to. I am just pulling up the list of announcements. Oh my gosh, sorry. It's in the dead spot on my
Oh,
phone.
no.
Oh,
Announcements does.
Announcements dance. We should probably talk and remind everyone about Legendcraft.
Legendcraft. This episode is sponsored by Legendcraft. They are an awesome woodworking company. They make really, really cool stuff. If you check out their Instagram, legendcraft.ca, you can see all the stuff that they're doing. It's really cool stuff. And if you end up wanting to go to their shop, you use the code Blackwater. You'll get 5% off your purchase. You'll help support Legendcraft. You'll help support us. Yeah, so that'd be really cool. And also, very exciting, this episode isn't only sponsored by Legendcraft. We would like to announce our second sponsor for Blackwater, Silverwing Armory. I think, Em, you can probably talk about what Silverwing Armory does to a better degree than myself. So why don't you take the reins?
Okay, guys. Wow. Silverwing Armory is a company that is very near and dear to my heart. They create amazing paper products and some fantastic RPG accessories, like the spell cards that we've showcased on our Instagram and a whole bunch of other things. We have an awesome ad reel that we're going to show at the end of the break, so please stick around for that. And if you go check them out at Silverwing Armory on Instagram, and then also silverwingarmory.com, and that's with a U in Armory. It's a Canadian company as well. And you use the code Blackwater at checkout, and it's 10% off. And their products are fantastic, and I think you'll just see how much love I have for this company if you stick around. To the
Very
end
good
of the day.
timing. You can see in our reel
Yes.
the
Yeah.
two sponsors up.
And so purchasing from them, as Adam said, helps us and also supports in a fantastic another Canadian company. Please, please, please check out that stuff. Super great. Yeah.
We would
Yeah.
also like to remind anyone that has subscribed via Twitch Prime, if you are enjoying the content and you want to continue being subscribed, Twitch Prime or like Amazon Prime subscriptions don't carry over. So if you're like, yeah, we love Blackwater, we want to stay subscribed, but you've been using your Twitch Prime subscription, please remember to renew that if you are willing. Because
so it like auto expires?
Yeah, it auto expires. It's a really weird
lame.
system. Yeah. So yeah, if
Hell
you can,
yeah, that's
if you're like, if you're
user-friendly,
still,
create more work for the fucking consumer.
if you're still excited about Blackwater, you want to stay subscribed, please consider checking out that your subscription is still current.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
And Em, would you like to talk about
We have another thing?
Monday's Chatwater?
Yes, Chatwater. This Monday, we are going to be talking about the world that Tim has created for us to play in, the world of Terrace. We're going to be talking about some of the continents. We're going to be talking about some of the cities, the places we've gone. We're going to be talking about different planes, all sorts of cool stuff like that. So I'm really excited. So if you have any questions about the world that Tim has created for us and the world that we're essentially still co-creating with him, please throw them in the chat, #Chatwater, and I will make sure we incorporate those. We're also going to be bringing back, y'all really liked the bleed segment that we did a couple weeks ago. So we're going to bring in another concept about RPG theory that I am obsessed with. And I am going to try and delve into a little bit about why most D&D groups fall apart. I'm going to offer up one theory about why most D&D groups fall apart. And I hope it knocks your socks off, because when I thought about it, it knocked my socks off too. So yeah, if you have any questions about that, throw them in the chat.
And I have one more. I think the most important announcement of all is we love you all. Enjoy the break. We'll be right back. Thank you very much, guys.
That was cute. That was so cute. Oh no.
Oh, hey guys, it's me, Adam, and I'm here to talk to you about the sponsor for tonight's episode, Legendcraft. Legendcraft is a Canadian woodworking company that makes D&D and tabletop gaming tables and accessories. They are a couple of passionate crafters that create items that will instantly become a highlight of any tabletop or RPG player's game night. An absolute favourite of mine is the Mountain King board gaming table. This table is bonkers cool, looking like it is straight out of a Dwarven King's Hall. It's really unlike anything I've ever seen. We feel really good about endorsing this Canadian business that brings so much passion into something we care so deeply about. So head over to their Instagram at legendcraft.ca to have a look at what they're making and let them know that Blackwater sent you. And if any of you fall in love with any of their amazing products, you can go to their website and use the promo code Blackwater for 5% off. It supports a Canadian business and also helps support our stream in this crazy D&D game we love. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Hey folks, Emma here. So, do you experience lore panic? You know, that deep, dark, sinking feeling that your DM or campaign notes are missing and disorganized? That you've forgotten an important plot point and it's going to send your life into a swirling void of angst and regret? Well, if you're like me, then you'll be happy to know that Blackwater is here to help. Yes, you, little lore keeper. We're really proud to announce our partnership with Silverwing Armory. Silverwing Armory is a Canadian company that specializes in gaming goodies, RPG resources, and nerdy necessities to help plan your campaign. My personal favorite are their campaign notebooks. Each of these beautifully designed books is handmade and crafted, showcasing original designs by the creator herself. There's enough that they'll match perfectly with wherever and whenever your game is set. They're also fully customizable, with different types of paper, dotted, lined, or graph, whatever works best for you. Finally, they're system agnostic, so no matter what game you run, from D&D to Call of Cthulhu, your lore is kept safe and organized however you like it. Head on over to their Instagram and website at Silverwing Armory and use our promo code Blackwater for 10% off at checkout. It supports this amazing Canadian business and helps support our stream and the story we keep telling week after week. So you get less of this and more of this. Silverwing Armory, for the lore keeper in all of us. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah?
Oh.
Okay!
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
mwah. Those ads, so sweet.
So good.
Oh,
So good.
Such good
You can't
Canadian
see my
companies.
camera, but like I'm just watching my friend's sweet ads like this.
Also, can I point out that I got you wanted a couple Blackwaters ago that I wouldn't get a slit in my eyebrow. I would like to say
Oh.
that I did. I have the sweet eyebrow slit now.
Yeah,
That's
but
awesome.
cut your
You
hair,
would.
you won't.
I did.
You did.
I will.
Cut your hair.
You would?
I will.
Cut it
You
short.
would?
I would.
It looks
Please
would.
don't.
looks fire.
What are we talking about?
Cut your hair. You said you
Shaving
wouldn't.
them all off?
No, I did
Yeah,
say
shave-
I wouldn't cut my own hair. I'm
You're not gonna shave off your eyebrows, coward.
I talked to Em about that. I was like, you guys, I could just shave off the ends. And then Em was like,
She can't now.
Wait, what if you just shaved off the start
nubs.
and left
Yeah.
the ends?
Yeah.
Leave the
Yeah.
nubs. There's
The
you would
nubs.
perpetually look like you're like confused about things. It'd be great.
It'd be
I
crazy.
am perpetually confused. So
Aren't we
Works.
all?
All right. So, after finishing with Zamarod, what would you like to do as you stand outside of Jongle's Conch?
That's rude that he didn't say where he was.
yeah,
Time.
he didn't give us an
Look, our
invitation.
dinner invitation
What are we
is.
supposed to wear?
Well, I can imagine
Ass kicking
that
pants.
with not giving us a location, but alluding to the Mother of Chasms, we can actually get back in Malik's mine quite easily if Letters is able to teleport us there.
Oh, we can teleport there. We can also just walk there.
We could also just walk.
Mhm.
Yes,
I feel like
it's
we
not super-
walk there and then we have the option to teleport out if things break bad.
this is
Why
true.
Why don't
For
we?
some
Why don't
reason,
we?
walking is so fast. I don't know
Why,
what it
why don't we
is.
just start walking there now? We can chat on the way.
I love
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Did we want to stop off at the edge of the chasm and see if we can talk to Groombar on the
Say hi
way.
to Gromar.
Sure.
What do you want to say to Groombar?
A casual visit to the stone.
So the statue of where Groombar is a bit kind of out of the way of where, like, you're relatively close to Melik's compound because
Okay.
Jongle's Conch was in that part of the city, as it served most of the gladiators.
Right.
Whereas the statue is kind of at the farther, like towards the entrance of the scar where you first came in.
I guess that's a point of whether we wish to be on time for a dinner invitation without time, or we wish to arrive at our own accord.
Unless you're gonna invite Groombar to the dinner, I'd like to get there as soon as possible.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
While we walk, Letters, can I speak to you?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hang back a bit. Since I've returned, I mean, when I first got back, I didn't make it a secret that I wanted to be a member of the Gravel Boys.
Yeah.
Since then,
yeah.
Even if it's been in jest, you've used that want of mine to dictate how I should behave. If that's what it means to be a Gravel Boy, then count me out, because I am who I am, and if that's not Gravel Boy material, as you say, then I'm not Gravel Boy material. And if that's what the Gravel Boys stand for, then that's not me.
A garden girl. You just hear that.
All right. Yeah. I mean, okay. So I didn't realize if you don't want to be a Gravel Boy, you don't have to be.
No, I do want to be a
Gravel
Gravel Boy. I just don't want to be the sort of Gravel Boy that dictates how others behave. Even in jest, your words have impact, Letters. I respect you.
Okay. Or There's a tough one to tackle because irreverence is kind of a big part of Gravel Boydom. Like, and I really value your candor here. So I suppose, oh man, I feel like you've taken this the wrong way. Like,
you can think on it if you want some time to think of what you would like to say in response. I don't need an answer right now. I just wanted to make my mind known.
All right. Okay. You know, it's just a bunch of us in loincloths in a basement, right? Like, that is fundamentally what it is.
Sure. And you know that out of all of us, other than the two that have formed their own club, I'm the only one on the outskirts of both.
Well, all right. I mean, but I'll say this. You fucking sold me up the river on Hoofprint. She was pissed about that.
I didn't know that was a secret. You said she likes flute.
Well, that's Gravel Boy behavior. That's like intimate shit. That like Gravel Boy behavior, what it is, it's stuff that sets up other Gravel Boys with like the people that they want to get set up with. And so it's not like a way of life, it's like a way to support your boys. And like we can talk about it. If you want to talk about, well, like, I feel like you don't fully grasp what that even is at this point. Like,
sure, no, I'm 16.
Well, that's the point. That's why I feel like it's more important for you to be in the Gravel Boys. I feel like you've got a lot of potential, but you also have a lot to learn. I feel like maybe your instincts aren't quite in line with like Gravel Boy. Like, this isn't a university. Like, it's just about like, fuck it. Look, all right. Tell you what.
I understand.
Wait. Here's what we're gonna do. When we get back to things being chill, we'll go to Wolfreen. We'll head on down to not the bar and grill, because that's like home turf. That's not fair. We'll head on down to, I don't know, like the Leaky Tap or some shit, and we'll just like hang out and we'll just talk to some people, and like you'll see just like how like, and you can decide for yourself what like the gravel boy way of life is. But you'll like fucking Gorge is a natural. You should see that guy. He could talk to anything. Like you're like, I feel like there's been some sort of miscommunication.
Just for your knowledge, I hear everything. Just like, I don't mean to. I think it might be a Relauven thing, but like I hear everything. And so even when I'm not trying to, I hear every snide remark. And it's starting to hurt. I respect you a lot, Letters, and your opinion of me really matters. I'm sorry to drop this on you. I again I caught a comment in the bar, and I wanted to address it before.
I mean, yeah, so did Hoofprint. She caught that comment. Well,
I didn't know it was a secret. I was just trying to show that we were trustworthy.
We learn. Look, I see how it happened. I see where it broke down.
I apologize if I fucked things up for you.
You don't have to apologize. She's a big girl. She's more excited to see me than she's mad I told you about the flute. Look, I shouldn't even have told you about the flute. Look.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, Neppy wouldn't have. Look, okay. It's. Well, I hear what you're saying, and
I will say, if you're talking about Neppy keeping secrets, she cannot lie. Do you see how sweaty her back gets when she tries to lie? It's like,
okay, oh my God,
it's like a monsoon up in there.
You're forcing me to break this down as an example. You don't have to lie. You would not have to
joking.
lie.
I'm just
No. Okay, let's dig into it. This goes to the core of Gravel Boydom. You volunteered intimate information that, like, I told you about her in like a wistful, nostalgic sense. Excuse me for engaging in like seeing someone who I haven't seen in a year, who like I genuinely care about and also didn't think I'd see again. So like, yeah, I slipped up, but like, yeah, look, if Hoofprint like sat down with Neppy and like, did he ever tell you about an instrument? Yeah, Neppy would have spilled the beans, and that's fine. Gravel Boys aren't about lying, but you don't just volunteer that. Look, okay.
You can all hear this, by the way. That's what I'm
just all hear it.
My stupidly high passive perception.
You hear Yana lean over to Callie and say, "This would never happen in the Garden Girls." He never even asked us. He never even asked us.
Callie's gonna be the Garden Girls.
As I hear this, I go, the name is quite exclusive. I just assume boy is spelled with an I. It's non-gender based.
Have you asked that girl?
Neppy is a gravel boy. I don't know why I'm defending the gravel boy. I'm not one.
Callie's gonna be like, it's not just you and me. My wife, you, Neva.
Jar?
Nessa, hopefully. I'm not sure if she likes me. My wife isn't we don't know about Nessa. We'll find out.
Jar for sure.
Jar for sure.
Basically anyone who hasn't been asked to be a gravel boy.
And if he wants.
Wait, can I be a garden girl?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be a garden girl. Sure, I'll be a garden.
What's that easy?
Do you have flowers in your pocket?
Are you able to be both simultaneously? Because I like neutrality.
I think you can.
There seems to be a lot of vitriol.
Is a way of life, and I will say scarcity adds value. That's
they
basic
did drugs
market economics.
without me.
There seems to be a level of vitriol held towards the gravel boys that I don't hold.
You. There's a difference.
To be fair, we needed to. No, it's fine.
You need to. Sorry, what? You need to use my aura to make sure you guys could survive. During drugs. That is why you called me into the group.
To be fair, I wasn't the one who called you.
That is what happened.
We were wanting to see if the process worked.
Callie, do you hate me because I had 6 months without you? I left.
No.
Then why hold a grudge? What I did was far more.
I'm holding a grudge because of the weird statues, but that's a different thing.
That's not a gravel
Yeah,
boy
that's
thing.
that's
a
not
Clak
that's
It's a
a
Clak
Clak thing.
thing.
That's a Clak
Look,
thing.
as
Don't
a
let
gravel
his...
boy, we support our our fellow gravel boys like passions and drives.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I would
think,
say
look, I think if you gave those statues a chance, you would like see the beauty in like if you saw
She
them the way I
wouldn't.
see them,
Mm.
like
There's an
Yana.
issue of
Debatable.
artistic consent. There.
Yes,
Granted.
consent is important.
but
Sure.
artistic ability and merit. I mean, like in terms of like
I'm
what he
not
was
here to
working
judge
with,
that.
what he
Can
was
I-
working with versus what he produced, I feel like it was a very generous sculpture.
Can I just say I do think
Yana starts
are-
walking at the front.
we are all
I'm not listening anymore.
we're all
It's very easy for me to not
Blackwater.
listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we're all Blackwater. Yana and I only created Garden Girls because we weren't a part of Gravel Boys, and I would say the other members in the Garden Girls are my wife, her best friend, and the small child. It's a very good group. That was what I was going to say with that sentence. It is a very good group.
If I'm being honest, and I had never expected to be invited to become a gravel boy, and it happened by accident. Had I not heard the chiseling that night, I likely...
No one accidentally. Look, you stumbled upon it, but you paid your dues.
I did.
The foundations of the Blackwater Bar and Grill and the gravel pit have your signature on it. So
Thank you, and I'm very proud of that. And I think Kelly raises a point. We are all Blackwater. Regardless of...
But not all gravel boys are Blackwater either. Look, we don't just let Gorge and the other one become like part of us.
Krager.
Yeah, like we don't just let them come on all the adventures because we have standards, right?
A Petch walks by and goes, "Oh, did you say Gorge? I haven't seen that guy in so long." Yeah, of course. Everybody knows Gorge. That's great.
Dude, he's doing so well. You know, he owns a restaurant now.
I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
No, the best news I've had all day.
Right, spread it around.
How much does this guy look like Macaulay Culkin? But like old Macaulay Culkin, not young Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, no, he's way more. He's way
Shia
more.
Shia LaBeouf.
No, he looks like Larry David.
No,
Larry David
can we take this one? I want this one.
Is there a
He
Danny
continues to
DeVito
walk.
patch?
I mean,
Oh my god,
I'm sure
stop
if
my
you look
beating
hard
heart. But as we're arguing, I go, right, so I just need to address the group. It's really hard to keep secrets around me because, again, I hear everything. So, like, if you need to talk to someone, if you need to have an aside, go really far away or, like, cast a spell or something. Or, like, just tell me, be like, I'm about to tell a secret, don't listen. And I'll put things in my ears. But I hear so much and I don't want to. So, like, please. Try to have less loud sex and also less secrets near my vicinity.
That wasn't added at me because I'm in a different building, right?
It wasn't.
Oh, Callie, we need to tell you, you gotta close your window. Like, we're in the same complex.
When I say I hear everything, it echoes across the city.
Oh, the whole city hears it, Callie. And honestly, they're proud. Like, you know.
I also think that the whole
that's the
city
head
can
of
hear
state.
this conversation.
Need to
so
stop.
perhaps
We need
Who
to
are
go.
they gonna
We need
tell?
to
Who do
leave.
we know that's from here?
Other than the guy who knew Gorge.
Hey,
Lennon is tapping out.
everybody in Blackwater
I'm
loves to
tapping
fuck.
out. We
Like,
need to
what
go.
do we-
Shall we walk towards Zamrod's or Melik's compound?
Yes,
Shall we?
please.
Yeah, I think you've been walking.
Look, we're at the compound. Look at that. What's time flies?
You've
when
been
you're having
walking and
weird
talking
awkward
this whole time.
conversations.
So
My
yeah, you
God.
arrive at the compound, which is like totally decimated. You see the manor that was once there is just rubble. Most of the stone wall itself has been crushed down. There's a few kind of spots where it's still standing, but for the most part, it's all destroyed. And you can see where the like the staircase that goes down the side of the cliff into the chasm is still mostly intact, not entirely intact. And as you look down, you can see there are like it'll be a bit of a climb down to get to the mine that you had gone into prior.
Is
This is how
Nebby,
we...
is this too early to search for Clak? Is this where we're going to try and find our dinner invitation, right? Like this is where we're trying to go.
Zamarod didn't specify. Now, I can call him back and ask. But he mentioned Malik's mine with the mother of Chasm's son. So
think-
if
A baby dragon, easy to kill, right?
I think we probably walk down and see what we find.
worst case scenario, we find nothing.
I will say that I am. I've been using a lot of illusion magic to make us look like minotaurs and giants and whatever. I'm pretty tapped out. So I know time is of the essence, but if we can take an hour of just sitting by the chasm and waiting, or we can just go in there, but just like with the knowledge that I won't have a lot in my arsenal.
I think we at least take a look, because maybe this is a bust, and then we find out real quick if we got to go somewhere else. If it's more of a thing, then we can talk about sleepies.
Or at least a stop.
Greymane didn't say that they cleared this one out, right?
Just the small ones, I think.
Is Malik's a small one, Tim?
No, it's a pretty big. He's got several mines. This is just the one that you've been in before, but yeah, it's a pretty big.
Good a place to start as any. Yana, you want to look for some traps with me?
That would be
little wizard
quite
watch
generous
as
of
we
me, yeah.
Go down, yeah.
Sure.
Check the traps.
Wizard watch.
Okay.
Wizard watch.
Investigation checks.
24 letters.
Okay.
20 for Yana.
Okay.
Nice.
It's 25 for me.
So as you head down, you kind of cautiously make your way down, like what's left of the staircase, towards the entrance of the mine. You do find near the entrance of the mine that you had been in previously, you do see Yana just before Letters is about to step on it. You kind of hold him back, and you see like a thin silver wire that totally blends in with the kind of rock behind it. You just happen to catch a glint of it that runs kind of across the ground.
Is that an alarm spell?
You can make an Arcana check.
Yeah, let me fucking look at that. Let me get involved in that.
I'm gonna slap up my detect magic
19.
eyes.
Arcana.
Yeah, it's you detect the magic, and you believe that it is. It looks very similar to an alarm spell.
Now, if I recall correctly, it's not whether you, it's if you cross that threshold at all, it brings it. You don't even. It's not like a proper thing. Sweet. I'm gonna eat some of that yummy magic. I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic at 3rd level. And
you see his jaws kind of open up, and
I get down on all fours, and I just like
slurp it up like spaghetti, baby.
Slurp it up.
You see the abjuration magic just disappear.
Didn't like that.
Yeah, well, I did.
I don't.
It's tasty.
I don't know. I can't remember, but does that spell kind of like sit in their brain while active, and they know if it's active or not in their brain?
No, because you sleep on it.
Oh, right.
That's the whole thing. You set it, you fall asleep. Can't concentrate on something when you're sleeping.
Yeah, you would know it's not a concentration spell.
While they are doing their wizard watch, can I pull Neppy to the side for a really quick second?
We would hang back.
As they walk away, I'm like, should I? Do you want me? I can like earplugs.
Finn and I don't intend to keep secrets from you. So
all right, well,
it's your call. What you
it's
do with
not,
the information,
though. I
I
just hear
suppose.
everything.
But what you do with the information.
Sure, I'll keep it to myself. If all right,
All right.
You go. Have fun.
I'm really scared right now, and my armor feels really, really heavy, like heavier than it usually does.
Do you have any sense of why?
Because I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
Hurting any of you again. I'm scared to hurt someone again. And I think putting this armor back on means I'm susceptible to doing just that.
There is a phrase that I have heard. I heard it when I was traveling, something about the clothing making the man. or the person. But Kelly, you are so much more than any set of armor or sword that you hold. What happened in the mansion was not of your control, and you know that. But when someone takes control from you, they seek to undermine your confidence in yourself. They seek to poison the very essence of you, take from you more than you would ever let anyone take. Even though Versum is dead, gone, permanently, I think more than anything, this is what he was trying to do to all of us.
It happened before, though. How am I sure it won't happen again? Like, I've attacked. I have now hurt Spooky, Kokanee, and Letters, not of my own mind. That's more than half of us.
You're right. And I wish I had any sort of ability to tell the future. It would certainly make my role a lot easier.
Can't do that? Can't tell the future?
Surprisingly, no. All I have to say is that I will do everything in my power to make sure that your mind is always your own. I will not let anyone take it from you for long. And if they do take it, what happened to Versum will happen to them. And you travel with the High Priestess of the goddess of the moment of transition between life and death. Death is something to be revered, to be honored. But if it is not your time, and I am close by, it is not for long. I trust you implicitly, Kelly. And if that armor ever feels too much, you can take mine. I have another set in my bag.
Maya's getting me some made.
Of course she is.
So, soon I will have new armor, but right now, this is what I have.
Well, you say the word, and in 10 to 15 minutes, you can have this set. It'll make you resistant to cold damage. So, I have a handcrafted set in my bag, so I won't be missing it much.
Can we do that just for now? I know it's silly.
Right here?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Let me just...
I got you. I'm going to illusion a dressing room.
Oh, tasty magic. What?
Give us 10 minutes, please.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna
take off my.
There's a very, very like elegant dressing room. Some of you might find it like a high end.
Has clothes on underneath.
There's
her
clothes
armor.
under armor.
Yes.
So
Not
hot.
if you want to party, dude.
Okay.
Sometimes you just want to freeball it in that armor, that metal sharp armor.
Well, yeah.
It's
So that's
the pinching that gets you.
It's the pinching.
It's the
Sting.
pinching that
It's
gets
the sting.
Yeah, for some people.
Well, I don't know how prudish a high priest is. Like, there's a dressing room available.
She went swimming naked in front of all of you.
He was
at the
so
Lennis.
drunk. He was so drunk.
So Lennon, that is
Yeah.
a +1 set of armor. It's resistant to cold damage. It's white dragon
Right.
armor.
Oh.
So I'll just, and it's attunement. So you might have to unattune to something.
I
to attune
won't.
to.
I guess I'm not attuned to the shard. I have one more spot.
Right.
Oh
Still
yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm wearing
take-
it.
If she has to
It
attune, that means we're taking
takes
a
an
break.
hour.
Takes an
Well,
hour.
But can I just wear
my
it and
spells
not
back.
get the +1 if I don't attune?
Finn and
Okay,
Laura,
so
I
I'm
think,
just not gonna attune yet. I won't attune until we take a short rest.
I
I'll
think-
just wear.
I think if there's an alarm here, then we should take that rest right now.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we found some people. Hell yeah.
So I will just put on my original armor that I left Philenis with.
You're taking an hour.
Sorry?
You're taking an hour then to rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take your short rest.
I don't like the way
You
it's set.
attune to the
long?
armor.
And I'm going
How
to
long has it
attune.
been since we got here?
It's been a little while. It's been a few hours at
To the
least.
scar or this mine specifically?
The
No,
scar.
in general, because we all cast mage armor when we got here.
Probably been about 4 hours between your
Okay.
time getting over to Jungle's Conch and all the stuff at the
Jungle's
spider market before.
Jungle's
We're
At
good
least,
for
I'm
3
gonna-
hours after we go in.
I'm going to attune to the ring of the multiverse instead.
Okay.
And I am going to roll that baby now. Just in case.
I pulled
Oh.
I pulled up my notes to look at my armor that I had previous. These you can't see. They're lashes. I have lashes stuck to my notes.
So some point during combat, Tim,
Mhm.
I can activate the Arthali.
Cool.
One. Yeah.
Nice.
How bright is it down here? In
It's dark.
It's dark.
Like in the scar, it's kind of dim. There is kind of like a
It would be dim enough that it would activate my dark stuff rather than my light stuff.
not when you're in the city itself. It's
Right.
like it's bright enough, but I would say once you go into the mine, yeah, it would be the dark stuff.
For those of you at home, I have a homebrew Warlock patron that is dynamic based on the light that is on me at any given time. So if I'm in bright light, certain things happen. If I'm in darkness, certain things happen.
And when you're on Chatwater, we're going to talk about that.
Dive into it.
Guys, do you want to know something ironic and sad? By switching armor, Callie's intelligence goes down by 1.
To what? 4 or?
So mean!
Oh, no.
So
Oh, I
unnecessarily
didn't know that
mean!
would, I didn't know that would hurt that much.
Rested.
Sorry, I thought that was just gonna be a friendly ribbing. I didn't know that was.
What's her
He can't hear you. She can't hear you.
Oh fuck! She outed. Okay.
Wait, what?
Sometimes you roll a crit. Shit, that was meant to be an unarmed attack.
Accidental
I'm
crit.
sorry. Wow.
Was that the Caraxian breastplate?
Yeah.
That's
So
a dope piece of
my
armor.
intelligence is now 11. Instead
Oh,
of
okay.
12.
Yeah, you're smart.
You're fine. You're fine.
Look, you're smarter than the
I'm-
average person.
Yeah, backpedal, back.
Look,
you're smarter than Tad.
Backpedal.
Yeah, you're definitely smarter than Tad.
Everyone's
I
smarter
mean, he's
than
business
Tad.
minded.
You guys, I've had that in a. You're smart. No, you're smart. You're smart.
Sad when you say it like that. All right. So, you've taken your short rest? What would you like to do?
It's worse when they say, "I'm sure you're really smart."
I'm sure you did fine. Don't worry about it.
Before we go in, I am going to take Kokanee's hand and I'm going to say, just don't be in the line of a cave dragon. All right. And I'm going to cast protection from poison
Hell
him.
yeah.
So you, for the duration, would have had advantage on saving throws against being poisoned. So if you had disadvantage, I guess it's now a flat roll, and you have resistance to poison's damage, which counters the
It
vulnerability.
actually doesn't.
It doesn't.
It replaces
Doesn't?
it. It replaces it.
Oh.
So he doesn't have vulnerability. He has resistance.
Oh.
At any point, like if something has resistance and you give it vulnerability, it just replaces that keyword.
Oh.
Yeah, it just makes it way better. So you've like super protected him from poison.
Tim, I have a question about
got you.
I have the question about the armor because my Caraxian breastplate before was 14 AC plus Dex. What is the armor I'm wearing now?
This one it's scale.
Yeah, I think it's heavy armor.
Yeah, it's heavy. So my AC.
Watch me bring my AC down just by roleplay.
No, it's base 14.
Plus
14
1.
plus 1.
Yeah, because it's a +1 set of armor.
So it's base 15.
Yeah.
Plus Dex.
I think so.
I think it would be if it's 14, it would be plus Dex, but to a maximum of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So it's 14.
So it's 15 plus whatever
Yeah.
your Dex is to a maximum of 2.
2.
What's your Dex?
16.
So you wouldn't be able to add 3. It would be the 15 plus 2, so it'd be 17.
Yeah, 17.
My armor would be
AC.
17.
Plus your shield.
Okay.
19.
Which is a plus 1 shield.
No, I don't think
It's
so.
regular shield. So 19 all up.
Yeah,
Oh my
your
God,
AC is 19.
I brought my AC up, guys.
And my AC is down by 1. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
My AC
No?
stays the same.
That's super okay.
Yana, what's your AC? Real quick.
With mage armor?
Hate the way you asked that.
I didn't like that, Tim.
Yeah.
Ask that again.
Since we're all talking about our ACs, just was curious.
I barely know what my AC is half the time.
Like that.
We don't get the bonus for marriage for them anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
sad.
Devastating.
Guys, I'm
Okay.
so excited that I found lashes.
Also,
You guys gonna hang out outside the mine? Or
They're
gonna
no,
go-
we're going in the mine.
We're going in the mine.
They're in such good shape.
I
I'm going to
cast-
be wearing lashes next stream,
I
guys.
cast guidance on letters. For if he's gonna do more wizard watching on the way in here.
You bet I am.
And Kogan,
I
you
feel
have
like-
protection for an hour.
Yeah,
I feel like whenever we faff about, Tim just sits there and he's like, I'm
Can you-
scary.
Tim, can you let me know when an hour has passed?
Yeah.
Again, please.
Wizard
my spells back.
watch. Who would love to give me light? Because I got these Minotaur eyes.
Kelly cast light.
I love that.
Get
Some
rid
light
of my
kind of
light.
illuminates the mine, and you can see
Ooh,
kind of a
guidance.
familiar sight. And you see as you walk through, you guys can make your investigation checks. but you-
Guidance on Yana.
Yeah.
You wanna...
Could I cast Deepen Shadows on her light so that it only produces dim light so that it doesn't, so I can stay close but it doesn't fuck me up?
Sure. It'll be harder for them to investigate.
Okay, then I don't do that. I just stay outside I would just stay in the like
Hang
dim
back.
light range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Sounds good.
just as a like walking order, I think anyone who is checking for traps, Callie would stay close enough to both sides, like checking for traps and not checking for traps, so a majority of the group can get her aura.
So you're kind of in the
22.
middle of the pack.
Letters.
Nappy's in the middle also.
Yana,
Callie.
Callie, Nappy,
Yep.
Kokanee, Finnan. In his dim light.
I think light creates like bright light within a 10-foot radius. Is that right?
So, yeah.
Yeah. So I would just be outside of a 10-foot radius from letters, which should be
18
fine.
investigation.
22.
22. You continue through. You can see there are some tracks on the ground, but you can also see the kind of skeletons around from your last trip down here, and you can see the words "fuck Baba," or
Baba was here.
Yeah,
Baba was here.
In the wall, kind of in sort of like
Oh, God.
kind of faded lettering, and you can see the sort of like the time has passed over this carnage of like skeletons now kind of almost petrified in place. As you make your way through, it's quiet. It's quite quiet.
Do these footprints seem recent?
You can make a survival check to try to discern how recent these footprints are.
Yeah, hey Callie, what do you think about these footprints? I mean, I've observed these footprints, but I don't know much about footprints.
Can I make a survival check?
Yeah,
on
make a
that?
survival check.
With some guidance,
I'll
you can have that.
Is that a plus of
I'll cast
D4?
Yeah.
I'll cast guidance on myself and do a survival check as well if that's possible.
Guide yourself.
That's a 30.
It's 26.
Okay. You see, there does seem to be a relatively fresh set of footprints. You also see a number of what look like giant footprints that look older, but the fresh footprints look humanoid in shape, and they look pretty recent.
Where do they go?
And they lead towards the left-hand side of the cavern where the tunnel is that goes down to
the Mother of Chasms
the
pit.
room where you encountered the Mother of Chasms.
Should we follow those footprints?
You want me to see if Clak's here first?
I guess so. Yeah, that's what we're here for, right?
The only does locate creature, like if they're protecting him with divination, like non-detection, does
You wouldn't be
locate
able to locate him then.
Okay. Would you like me to see if I can find him first?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. As we get into that kind of like center chamber where all the corpses of like the basilisk and the guards were, I'm going to cast locate creature on Clak.
You kind of send your senses extend out beyond yourself through the stone. You do not sense Clak within 1,000 feet.
I don't know if he's here. I mean, not that I don't know, but I can't sense him.
How far is 1,000 feet?
It could be far deeper.
Yeah. These footprints are genasi sized, not giant sized.
They look about the same size as Shale's footprints, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And then they're fresh?
They're pretty fresh, yeah.
Can I divine sense the area we're in?
Yeah, it's up to what, 60 feet?
60 feet,
Divine
yeah.
sense?
And
Yeah, you
does
don't
that sense elementals?
No, I'm just searching
Celestial
for
fiend or
undead,
undead.
fiend or celestial, yeah.
You don't sense any of that.
Cool.
Primeval awareness is elementals.
All right, let's get this guy.
Continue.
Let's just follow these footprints,
Yeah.
maybe? Whoever we find might know more.
I will say, if we do, come to blows with Shale, if you have anything that can lock him down, he's sort of like speedy boy. So if you can put him in one place, that sort of takes out his advantage.
I have hold
do
person,
that.
but that is it.
I can turn him to stone.
I mean, yeah, both of those are great. Look, look, you guys know how to hurt people.
I can turn him into like a cat. That
Oh
could
yeah,
be
what
fun.
else? What else? Are we just
Turn him into a cat, and then I
brainstorming?
turn it
What
into a
else you
stone
got?
cat.
Yeah. Cokie,
Shall
what are
we-
you gonna do to him?
I've got nothing for this. This isn't
Stab
my
him.
bag.
I can
Good.
banish
Shoot him. Honestly,
I can
shoot
do
him with a gun.
banishment.
Yeah. No. This is silly. Let's
Should we go?
Let's talk to
Let's
him
go.
first. Let's talk.
Watch,
Yes.
watch this group of humans just be nervous for what's coming up. we fought
Yeah, that's what I'm
over
like-
Gravel Boys and Garden Girls.
We're nervous.
That fight
Yeah.
was coming for a long time. I'm
I
glad
feel
we
like
sort of aired that
Tim
out.
gets such enjoyment watching us just faff about out of
So
sheer
funny
panic.
and
Because he's
sweet.
just like, I am effective. I'm doing my job.
Working.
Sitting upon his ivory throne.
Well, we're
Let's
gonna go
follow
down
those.
that
Yeah.
fucking path. Fucking Wizard Watch again. You know how we do.
Allie would stay close enough for the plus.
Love that.
Guidance
Thank you.
on letters.
That's
Guidance
what I was
on
waiting
Yana.
for.
Guidance on Yana.
Roll
the
above a
image.
10.
I like the image of letters going to search for something and then looking back and be like,
Come here.
Got anything to say, Cokes? Anything you want to coax out of me?
Yeah,
Hey,
guidance,
thank you very much.
guidance. You're gone.
I would like to use the 3rd level armor of Agathis that I stored in my Iron Stone.
Nice.
Pop that on
Okay.
me right now.
Cool.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
slightly less effective than if I'd use it normally, but still a little song.
19.
24.
For investigation. You come up through the
Better
chamber,
wizard.
and you come into the kind of like smaller tunnel, and make your way through to the very kind of tight chamber, which is like the tunnel itself. The small tunnel that you remember has been widened out somewhat since the last time you were here, and you do come to the hole that goes down, which you can see has also been widened out somewhat. And you can see there is like a metal ladder that goes down about 150 feet. And like you can't really see the bottom, but you remember it being about 150 feet down. But I don't think any of you can see that far.
All right.
I can
Not
see
even-
100.
not even
I can
Finnan?
see 180 feet of darkness
Okay, then yeah, you can see the bottom.
Nice.
You can see it's just kind of
Is there-
on the bottom.
because of the
Magical.
goggles and the warlock stuff working together.
Yeah.
Is there magical darkness down there, Finnan?
It just seems dark.
Just seems dark.
Right. There was the last time the Mother of Chasms was down there. There was magical darkness.
I think that was caused by her presence.
Yes.
Can we call her something not so scary? Like Mother
Flappy,
Cat.
Flappy Rockwing.
I
Flappy
mean, maybe
Rock Wing.
that corpse we torched.
Nope,
Like-
don't
Yeah.
like that. Equally
guys
don't like
remember
that.
that we
Flappy
killed
Rock
her.
Wing.
Yes.
Yeah, we fucked her up. Flappy Rockwing. Fuck her.
Flappy Rock Wing. And Callie's gonna restart her fist to fist bump fit.
She like I fist bump back like as I'm talking, just like yeah, what up? Like she messed us up pretty bad, but that was a long time ago. We're so much stronger now. Plus we have an extra person.
We
It's
have
not
no
like
wood
we've-
to knock on.
It's not
but,
like we've died since then.
Should
Knock
we
on my
go?
head.
Should we go down?
Let's do it.
we did get hit in this tunnel last time.
Yes.
Is there any way we can do this fast?
Are we going down to the
That's where the
Burning ring of
footprints
fire?
go, right?
I mean, are we
Yeah, they
worried
come to
about
the edge.
something attacking us as we walk down? Because
Like last time?
I'm gonna create an illusion of letters with silent image just like going down.
It's gonna be tremor sense. It's gonna be feeling us go down.
Yeah,
Down,
it just
down,
goes
down.
down.
As I do
guys,
this, because neither I'm going to use Mage Hand to shake the bar that Letters grabs each time he goes onto it. I'm going to shake the bar with
Okay.
Mage Hand every time he goes down.
You hear as it kind of like shakes, you hear like, and you hear the whole thing kind of shake and snap about halfway up, as you like hear the metal sort of creak and fall down into the cave.
Dickhead.
Did you see somebody do something?
Yeah, what did I say?
You saw a very large Goliath with a like huge mace in his hand just fucking snap the metal as he hit the bottom with it.
Hey, buddy. Hey. Buddy with the mace.
You would, if you relays that
Yeah, I would
information,
relay it to him, yeah.
you would recognize that description. Sounds like
Oh.
Arlig.
Oh, fuck. Hey, is that Arlig? Hey, Arlig, it's Letters. What's up?
What? Get down here.
You took out the fucking ladder.
What?
What are you doing?
What? We
Hey, who do you got Victor down there? I assume you got Shale. Is it just like a fucking
No.
Bob gathering?
No.
Arlig, come on. What are we talking about here?
No.
Arlig, I can do this fun thing where I fill a space with shadow that bites you. I'm really happy to just fill that whole chasm up.
Wait. We're just talking shop.
Okay, sorry, I just-
Let me talk. Arlig,
Don't fuck with
Arlig.
us.
So yeah. Wait, look, Arlig. What are we doing here? Like, look. You know I'm good for a dust up. If we're gonna fight, we can fight. That's fine. But like,
Well, you ruined it. I mean,
yeah, no, you ruined it, asshole.
no,
We tricked
you were gonna. It was.
We tricked you. Look, you
Yeah,
tried
you
to trick
fell
us.
for it.
We got your
180-foot
alarm
fall.
spell. We saw your footprints. We observed fucking Shale like being sneaky. You're about as good as being sneaky as I am, asshole.
No, we
So,
we
like,
wanted you. You were supposed to come down here, but then I thought
Look, I know what happened, Arlig. You just
I
tell
fucked
me.
it up.
Yeah, you
It
did.
was Arlig's
It's fine.
fault.
Arlig, don't tell me. Look,
Oh,
what's are you working for Zamarod or like what's going
no.
on here?
Working for Baba.
Baba down there too?
No.
Wait, why are you working for Baba?
Why are you working for Baba? That sounds. Sorry,
He doesn't know who you are. He doesn't know who you are. He doesn't. He gets scared by new people. He's shy. He's shy. You wouldn't think it because he's shy with new people.
He's literally just sitting at the bottom now, just like.
Why are you working for Baba? Aren't things like different now?
Yeah, but I don't know. We were all caught up in it, and everything was happening so fast, and she took us down here, and she kept paying us. So,
do you like working for Baba? I mean, she's paying you now, so that's cool.
I mean, I don't really know any different. She told us that if we don't go with her, they would kill us.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what fucking she told. Oh, yo, you gotta meet these people. You know why I just stopped being around? I met these guys. They can get us out of here. Like
you said, they kidnapped you.
No, they didn't kidnap me. I tried to get them to like make a deal to join Baba. They gave me a better deal, and guess what? I can give you that deal, buddy. You ever heard of the prime material plane? There's water, there's grass, there's like fucking a day-night cycle. You don't even know what that is. Like imagine it getting just dark and then light like on a regular basis. It's wild. You're gonna love it.
Plus there's lots of hot chicks.
Yeah, okay, I'm in, I guess. Hey, you can hear it goes, Victor, you can come out. And you see, like, kind of midway up, about halfway up the tunnel down, the shaft down, you see like a Petch kind of like glide through the stone and grab onto the ladder. And you can see he's got kind of like a slick ponytail kind of pulled back.
We can't claim him.
Like a studded leather vest. And you can see at his sides are two like picks. It's like similar to what Clak had, but these are like way sharper and they look way more fearsome. And
guys, don't provoke. Victor's fucking crazy. Don't fuck with Victor. All right, like
all right.
But yeah, guys, look, everyone here is gonna be cool. You want to just come up and talk about it because like we can.
We've got to get our friend.
Oh fuck!
I can fly. Callie would say that. I mean, I can fly.
I have a rope. Don't waste your wings.
You want to come up a rope? Y'all want to come up a rope?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, come on up.
Come on, Shale.
How do you guys make rope in the scar?
Who is
spider hair, obviously.
Who is closest to Callie?
You're kind of all.
I would be.
You're all clustered around the top. The chamber at the top of the shaft is quite tight.
Who is closest to Callie, though?
I think I'd probably be standing beside you.
Okay. As Letters says, no one fuck with Victor. Callie's gonna lean over and be like, I'm gonna fuck with Victor.
Callie. No, wait.
You didn't hear that.
I lean over to Letters and go, just so you know, Callie plans on fucking with Victor. I hear everything.
I'm just Callie, please. You can fuck with Blue Ribbon. You can fuck with Blade Horns. And like.
Is there anyone else we should know about?
Shale, Alec, Victor.
Wait, did you also sleep with Victor?
No, dude, nobody sleeps with Victor. But Callie, Victor and I are not friends. There's some bad history. Really, nobody's friends with Victor. Just like
I'll be
please
friends
be cool.
with Victor.
I'm gonna tie the rope onto the top of the ladder and
yeah, I will do the same. Or like we extend our rope to us so they can climb all the way up.
So you see, as our is like, no, I think it's fine. Let's just go. She goes, right. If they kill me, it's on you, Arlick.
Here, look. Arlick, catch, and I'm gonna throw him down my my gem knuckles. That I used to cast. Yeah. Can't cast magic through. I can't cast magic, but I don't have these.
He immediately puts them on and is like, oh.
Yeah. Okay, be careful.
I love Arlick. I like this guy.
Yeah, Arlick's a bro. Yeah.
So he kind of like he's like, come on, let's go. And you see Shale climbs on his back, and Arlick just like hand over hand climbs up the rope until he gets to the like about 80 feet up to the bottom of the broken ladder, and then starts to climb up the ladder. And as he comes, you see Victor kind of follows in behind him as he like kind of pushes into the small chamber at the top. It's quite tight now as you're all kind of like out. Yeah.
Do we want to go into the bigger room?
Yes.
I'm gonna like give a hand to Arlig as he comes out and sort of help him up.
As he kind of like pulls you up. or you pull him up as they all kind of stand there, and you see Shale. It's nothing personal. It's business. I didn't think we had a choice.
Dude, we're gladiators. This is like we, yeah, dude, I get it. No, nothing personal.
Do you know where business is really good though? The material plane.
Yeah, brother. Like
away from Baba.
Away from Baba. Oh my God, guys, this is great. In like 12 days, soon, but not too soon. In like, okay, wait. In like 36 meals, there's gonna be a fucking big battle. Back in the material plane, you guys are gonna clean up. It's gonna be wild.
I'm there.
People in the material plane don't fight like we do here. Like they ain't never seen Scar stuff. Like, but yeah, look, guys, here's the thing. I'm so glad to see you, but we've gotta. Do you know where Baba's hanging out? Like, is she with Zamrod? Because we gotta go there.
Yeah, there's more tunnel down there.
Oh, down there?
Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps, Lettuce, we should.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, sure, make an insight check.
Perhaps while she's doing that, perhaps we should ask them if what Clak said was right off the top and Baba was the one to take him. Perhaps they've seen him.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 19 for insight.
He goes, yeah, he seems like he's telling the truth.
Arlig, have you seen
You can tell that like Arlig is pretty much what you see what you get.
I love him.
Yeah.
Arlig, have you seen a Petch in like
there's one right there. He kind of points at Victor.
Okay. Wait till the end of the sentence.
Just like
named Clak.
His name is Clak. He's dressed in like a white sequined like.
Oh yeah, I
like
saw
romper.
the funny looking Petch. Yeah.
I mean, I
didn't. I just saw him briefly, but
could you just?
Yeah. No, this guy came and gave him to Baba.
Which guy?
A fucking thief. The same.
Yeah.
See a thief? See a thief
no,
guy?
it's the dude who's been sending over the Minotaurs.
Yeah. No. I caught that.
Looked like a human. Kind of looked like that guy, but older.
Who?
Me?
He points at Kokanee.
Oh.
He was the thief?
What's his name? Do you know his name?
Was it Alamir? Does Alamir ring a bell?
Did he have a long tube of metal on his back that kind of looks like?
Yeah,
but
it looked like
sort of longer hair, a little bit more muscular than me. Older.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, I guess we can scratch that off the to-do list.
Kokanee, I know this is tread ground, but your dad was such a piece of shit. Ooh.
Yeah.
Good.
Shitty dude.
Callie, you got something you want to?
As this is going on, Callie's gonna go up to Victor.
We're just kind of standing there.
Hi, I'm Callie. Nice to meet you. And she's gonna outstretch her hand.
He just kind of looks at it.
He has like, what weapons does he have that I can clock on him?
You can see just the two picks.
The 2 picks. I see like sharp things. I also enjoy sharp things. You like to hit.
Looks you up and down.
You like to hit things with those sharp things?
He just kind of nods his head slightly.
Kelly's gonna nod her head. She's like, we could be friends. We'd be friends that hit things with sharp things together. Do you ever feel like people doubt you for...
He just kind of leans over a little bit and he goes, "You're not my type."
Callie's gonna be like,
I hear this conversation.
Callie's gonna lean back over. Callie's gonna lean back over and be like, "You're not my type either. I'm a lesbian."
He just goes,
Let's hit sharp things. Let's hit things with sharp things together.
Doesn't say anything.
Anyways, Shale. So yeah, here's the deal. We'll bring you guys back to the material plane. I can personally build you like a 6 subterranean home. Is there anything we need to know about these tunnels moving up? Any particular booby traps? Any other gladiators we might be running into?
There is a room that they have rigged with traps. It's a cavern of sorts. There's a lot of stalactites, and Baba and Zamrod worked to set up a number of Thunderwave spells to trip. Yes. So
Okay.
be wary of that. There is also some kind of creature that has been it has been causing them a bit of trouble in moving through the tunnel system. Some kind of worm.
Oh yeah, cave dragon.
Not similar, but not quite the same. I'm not exactly sure, but yes, Zamarod he has come into possession of a young cave dragon. So.
In addition to this other thing?
Yes, this other thing seems to act on its own. It's some kind of creature.
Ooh, okay.
Do you know if what we're to understand is that Baba and Zamarod are working together, we can assume.
And Melik.
And Melik.
Yes, when you left, you spurred a kind of rivalry between the two of them, but once Grumbar arrived, they put that all aside.
Right. We can assume that we know that Zamarod has Clak. They are all within this cave system somewhere.
Yes, I believe so, yes.
Right.
You couldn't give us a little map draw or
I was
directions?
thinking
I'm the map.
you guys have helped us, and that's great. And Letters has made some suggestions that you come back with us. And trust is a hard thing nowadays, both ways. I could understand if you guys thought we might just renege on that deal and just dip. You can either come with us, or I can do a thing where I create a link between the two of us, and I'll be able to see through one of your eyes. And that way we can find each other, and we can ensure that the deal is set. If you wish to come to the material plane with us, we can ensure that we see that deal through.
Sure.
Which of you would like?
I will do it.
Okay.
She'll kind of
I just need to touch you when I go to shake a hand.
Reaches his hand out to shake yours.
Ready to handshake.
And then he kind of looks over at you, Letters. He goes, "Do you have a bit of chalk?"
Yeah, of course I got chalk.
You kind of toss
Here
it over,
you
and
go.
on the wall, he kind of sketches out sort of a rough, the room down below. And there is a number of branching paths, and he kind of draws you the path to where Baba and Melik and Zamarod are holed up.
Hey, Neppy, is this a one tap or a two tap kind of?
Well, looking at the map, I'm going to cast Silent Image to create an image of the wall. And once I've created that image, I'm just going to keep it so that I can create that image again, so that we just have a map that we can take with us.
Yeah.
Nebby copies it down and here and then here.
Yeah.
If we are also somehow pushed off that map, I also can, knowing where we need to go, I can find the fastest path there.
Also, I came ready for Scar shit, so I can just make our own tunnels.
Delightful.
Oh no, my light source. Oh no. Well, one of them.
Tim,
that's just
I've
broken.
lost.
Okay.
I've lost the spells that I had at M's birthday, right?
Yes,
They
because you don't have the top.
spearhead.
Yeah, you don't have the top of the spearhead.
Okay, because I was one of those would be super useful.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he kind of sketches out too where the larger
Son of a-
cavern is, and it's about midway where the larger cavern is with the
All right.
stalactites.
Yeah. So, Neppy, I'm so glad you finally got the chance to properly meet Shale. What's your opinion of him?
Yeah, I would have been watching Shale's body movements, all of
yeah.
them, to
make an insight check.
see, are they being shifty? How many insight checks do you want me to
I
make?
can
Just
see
one?
through Shale's
Just one.
eyes now. If Shale goes back to fucking
yeah.
Barbara, I'll know.
Can I make an insight check on Victor?
Sure.
28.
28.
Can I make an insight check on Letters?
Sure.
Yeah.
28. You can see, knowing also too what you know about Arlig, and you can tell that they were genuinely surprised to see Letters, other than Shale, who had seen him in the bar. But like they were kind of under the impression that you had kidnapped him. And so seeing him, and you can tell there's sort of like they register that he's been free and essentially without consequence. And like they're taking this opportunity now, kind of seeing all of you. It's kind of like, this is our way out. So it seems like
they're not going to fuck us over because we're the ones who hold the magic to get them out.
Yeah. As far
They
as you
seem
can
like
tell.
Letters when we first met Letters.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is the better deal. Like, fuck Baba now. Like now that they have an actual option.
Fuck Baba.
And that you did outsmart them. Like you outsmarted them. So they're like, well, they don't want to die.
Nice.
Shit.
I got a 25 on my insight check on Victor.
Victor is fucking hard to read. He doesn't seem like he's been lying about anything, but he also hasn't said anything. So it's like the whole like, you're not my type. Like it seems like he was telling the truth, but other than that, like there's nothing to sort of read into because he's just like stone faced.
Okay, Callie has an extra dagger.
Tim.
She's gonna hold it and be like, do you want this? We can be this. If I give you this, I would take it as like a friendship dagger.
Kind of
She
nods
told-
his head and
she told
he reaches out his hand.
Do you want to be friends? Friends? Callie would give it to him.
You give it to you. He takes it and he pulls out like with lightning speed. He pulls out one of his picks and he just slams it and it just shatters. The whole thing shatters in his hand. Puts it back down.
Damn, Victor's a badass.
Yeah, I fucking said so.
That was fucked up.
That was pretty cool though, Victor.
That's pretty cool.
You definitely made an impression on us.
Callie's gonna like look at him and be like, okay. And then she's gonna look at him and be like, she's gonna, hold on, give me a second.
While Len's looking, I would look at
Oh, she's
Shale.
looking to how to make a friend.
Yes, or looking for spells. I don't know. I would look at Shale and be like, as the person who's going to be doing at least part of the magic to transport you to the material plane, I want you to know that that Minotaur means a lot to me. And I would do anything to protect him. And any one of these people. So I would like for you to have the freedom that you wish. But that will come with a certain sense of not fucking us over.
You see Shale goes to speak and Arlek kind of holds his hand up. We knew him before you did. And he meant a lot to us. And we thought that you'd kidnapped him. We were all pretty angry for a long time.
Yes.
It's good to see him, that he's okay.
Good.
So if you're friends of his, I think you can count us as friends.
We're all friends here. I think I think there's a no. You shut the.
I don't think Victor's friends with anybody, really.
As much as
but he's not hurt. He's not actively hurting you.
that's as close as it gets. Anyway, look, I'm excited. You guys are head on down to Jongle's. Here's a cup. I'm gonna hand him like a handful of gems, like 2 gold pieces. Like, have some spider milk on me. Just hang out there. Provided we survive, we'll come on. Oh fuck, shit! I'm knocking everything out. We'll come down. We'll get you, and we can fucking reminisce about the good old days, or what have you. Shale, you're gonna love. I've got a bar with a stage, and you're gonna be the fucking headliner as much as you want. Also, boys, I've introduced them to drum circles.
Oh yeah,
you are gonna love Duomo.
Been way too long.
Oh, buddy. You don't even know what a beach is. It's imagine sand that stops, and then everyone just hangs out on it.
What?
Dude, you can't look. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I'll see you at Jongle's.
Shale,
yeah.
your presence and then quick departure of Jongle's. Not that I hold it against you, but that speaks volumes of Baba and Zamarod's reach. Is it dangerous for you to head back to the Scar looking like yourselves? Because I can change that.
I should be all right, but likely we will lay low.
Okay.
These three guys are the most dangerous people in the Scar. Like, if these three are walking together, I don't know who. Like, short of the three people that we're going to try and kill, like, Shale, back me up. Like, who are you afraid of?
Well, I wouldn't want to get into
short
a fight.
Of Grumbar himself.
Fear and caution are two different things, Letters. I want to give them the option to be stealthy.
Thank you.
If you want, I can make you look dissimilar to how you look right now, as you saw in the bar.
I have a similar ability. I should be all right. Yes, thank you, though.
Tim, whenever I can I respond to Victor?
Sure, yeah.
Don't you touch his picks. Don't you touch his picks. Okay.
I'm going to touch his picks. Callie's going to lean over and just going to be like, I tried to make friends. You just didn't make friends with the wrong person. And she's going to like fucking cock an eyebrow at him and give him a stare. And can I please do an intimidation check?
You can make an intimidation check, sure.
Oh, God. Did they have hornets' nests in like the labyrinth of glass? Did you just spend your childhood poking them, or
yeah, that's what
kicking them?
She had a hard time.
Licking them. Why not?
Have you not met Callie?
And this is her not wearing the talisman.
You told her not to.
Why did we ever let her wear the talisman? Can we just come back to that? Like, our most chaotic member.
What was the intimidation?
She was fun.
She was so good.
4.
4?
No, 23. Sorry, 23.
Okay.
23. Okay, so as you say that, you see Victor kind of stops as he was going to leave. He kind of stops and looks at you. You must be a gravel boy.
What?
Your boy, Clak. That's the only time I've seen that look in someone's eyes.
Callie's going to look at him and be like, Victor, where have you seen Clak?
He's with Baba.
How
He's
bad
the toughest. He's the toughest bitch I've ever seen.
How bad is it?
I hurt him pretty bad.
You hurt him.
He kind of looks down.
Right. In the scrying there was a pet,
Yeah,
right?
there was a pet.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Would like Neppy recognize Victor?
I mean, you just saw kind of like, yeah.
I just saw like half
the edge
a
of it,
body.
yeah.
Right.
I would get she's like whispering to Victor at this point. She knows that Finnan can hear her, but she's whispering to Victor at this point. I would give my life for him. Do you think we can get him? That's why we're here.
I hope so.
Do you have any tips or anything?
Show no mercy.
I won't. I will show no mercy.
And he kind of moves to leave.
Callie's gonna grab him. She's gonna touch him. She's gonna grab him. She's gonna heal him for 2 points. She's gonna be like, "It's not your fault."
And you see, like, as you grab him, he instinctually, both of his hands kind of reach under his
fine.
hip, and then he sort of stops himself.
Callie's gonna grab him, heal him for 2 points, and just hold him and be like, "It's not your fault for what you were made to do."
Kind of doesn't say anything. Keeps going. He does stop by Letters. He looks up at you, Letters. I'm sorry. And then he goes by.
Victor is the goddamn coolest. Like, he did some fucked up shit, but wow.
Guys,
Cool guy.
That's best case scenario. You just saw like a triple rainbow. Just take the win and just move on. Don't ever mention that to him ever again.
Victor, it's an honor to be a non-violent acquaintance of yours.
He's already sort of halfway down the tunnel.
Oh my
They're
god.
With
gone.
Arlig and they are all heading out of the
Okay,
mine.
here's a crazy idea.
Love this already.
What if we were them? I know there's more than 3 of us, but
That
like
I can do.
Baba trusts them.
I have ways around that to some degree.
I mean, I can change into something. I'm the small one anyway.
You
Oh,
guys,
I guess I
not
could be the
to-
Petch. That would make sense.
You
Well,
would
not-
you would have to be Victor, but can you
Yeah.
change one of us into
not
something?
to
Yeah.
not to throw people in that haven't been in, but if there's more than 3 of us, why don't we just add people that we met at the bar
I would
Wait.
be cautious.
into the seeming?
No, they're in Baba's crew. Like
That's-
if,
yeah.
If it's just some rando shows up.
Or
Are we just hiding?
what? No. What if we don't need to change everyone? We change 3 of us, and the rest are prisoners.
Shoddy being a prisoner.
I should be a prisoner. I was the one who called Zamarod.
I
True.
am one of the ones that was in the fight.
Wait,
Their
but
whole
we
bit
will.
was to get us, right?
The pit.
What if it worked?
Shale, sorry.
Yes?
Sorry. Can you and what was the other guy's name again?
Arlig.
Arleg.
Can you and Arlig, Kokanee, do you feel confident copying either of their voices?
No, but I'll try.
Cool. Shale, between the 2 of you, who speaks the most when like talking to Baba?
Generally it's me.
Can you just like say a couple of just like random things for me?
All right. I am quite gifted with the blade.
Quite gifted with the blade. How does this sound?
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Sure.
All right, I think
You can say you got punched in the throat.
I punched you in the throat. I
just won't
punched you in the
talk.
As
throat.
if
No.
someone could punch me in the throat.
No one
Callie's
punched me.
Personally punched you in the
Letters.
throat.
Callie's gonna
Shale.
try and
Calm
punch him in the
down.
throat.
Callie, don't.
He's
Callie,
away
no,
at the other end of the tunnel. He's like,
Damn it!
She just like cocks up and starts running.
Finnan, before you cast seeming, I think
No, of course.
I think Kelly's right. I think the 4 of us that were in that fight, you were in that fight as well, Finnan.
I think I'm the best at being someone else.
Yes, agreed. If I absolutely should be one of the prisoners, I suppose.
I was the giant flying woman in that
Yeah.
fight. I should
I
also
was-
probably be one of the prisoners.
Yes.
Also, we don't necessarily have to have everyone because they could have died.
Yeah, the other
Yeah.
ones just
Yes.
were killed.
I did say we were here. I didn't say who we, but I said you know why we're here.
But also,
Um,
we could just say like, we had a fight. These are the ones we captured. The rest are dead.
Yes.
Or
Yeah,
not
so just
away.
like
Does
seeming
not
us
matter
to
who
be
we brought.
fucked up.
Yes.
How tall is Oleg?
Arlig is probably close to 7 feet tall.
7 feet tall. Okay, so
I can pull that off.
I can add a foot to
Ellie
a
pulls
person,
high
so-
heels out of her bag.
Here you go.
Also, how tall is Shale? Because if Shale was more than a foot
Uh,
shorter than me, because I'm 6'6".
No, Shale's about 5'8". He's a little shorter,
Okay,
but he's
so
not
I can
that short.
adjust my
Mhm.
So looking around, I think our best options. I mean, Victor is a pretty silent type,
I just won't talk.
Yeah, that's
which
that's
I think
par for
sells the
course.
Victor thing. Again, I think Kokanee, I think grunt and nod at your best.
That's classic Arlig.
Yeah, grunt and nod. Just do like a deep grunt, and then I will try to do most of the talking. But
Look, they all know
story-
me. They know I throat punch. Like,
yeah, I can even put that into the seeming, a big bruise.
yeah. Also,
the story
you're gonna,
is
you can fuck us all up. Like, we can all look like.
So,
100%.
Our story
Great, love
is
this.
that we came back and
We fell for the trap.
we fell for the trap and Letters was kidnapped? Or like, did we kidnap him?
No.
No,
They know we're not
look.
kidnapped.
You tell your truth, and like the performers in our group will be like, they told us all these fucking lies. Like,
I think
we
as
don't
far
have to
as
lie, aside from,
why
like, we got
Letters is
captured.
with us, we stick to the truth because I think they might know it already.
Yes.
Yeah.
The deception, as far as deception goes, is I am Shale, Kokani is Arlig, Yana is Victor. We can make this work.
Oh, by the way, Baba knows the truth. Like,
Mm.
before I left, I sent her a letter, sort of parting ways.
Oh.
So like that was just a lie that she told to those guys. That's pretty part of the course for her as well. This is real classic Scar that you're seeing here today. So yeah, like it's a real simple story. We got our asses handed to us. Maybe that's unbelievable. And like, here are the conquering heroes. Let's do this.
I can even add allusions into it. It might be putting a chair, like might be gilding the lily a little bit, but I can add allusions of our bodies into the mix.
Like I could just be carrying a Finnan.
Silent image, I can cast it at will. So yeah.
Nah, you got incinerated. Like we don't have to complicate it.
I'm going to weave a seeming of a group of people who seem to have survived a fairly harrowing battle. I'm going to have like a big discolored bruise going up Arlig's throat, with like a big cut down his face, and some burn scars on his arm. I'm going to have Shale have like some burn marks on the side of his face, and like blood on his arms. And then I'm going to have Victor untouched, because Victor's a fucking badass.
Yeah.
Just blood, but just like other people's blood. Obviously not Petch blood, but blood everywhere. And then I'll make, and that's the three people that I'll change into looking like.
Are you going to change the...
I'll cast Seeming on everyone to make them look like they're all fucked up.
Yeah.
Weapons and armor, not on us.
Yeah, no weapons or armor. Like I'm gonna cast Seeming so they look like themselves, but it's just like bare cloth and like wounds everywhere.
So then their weapons are on us?
It's just seeming it's hidden, right?
Seemingly, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have the bag of holding on Arlig, looking like it's on Arlig. Okay. Oh no, I'll have it on Shale, because Shale probably would have been the person to take. So the bag of holding on Shale, so it like looks like a magical bag that holds things.
Okay.
And then that's fuck, man. I'm nervous about this, but that's
so.
Heist.
Kokani is Arlig. Yana is Victor. You're
I'm
Shale. And then
can
Letters,
I'm
Neppy, and Callie.
Letters is Callie.
Yeah.
Callie is
No,
and I'm Tim.
All Tim. We're all Tim.
Tim for Adam, not Finnan, because Finnan's far better at this than me. Can you just say do Shale's voice a couple more times, like just like a sentence?
He sounds a bit like this.
It's like
sort of
very
slow,
very
soft,
slow British.
kind of, yes.
Okay, I can do this.
Nondescript.
Very nondescript. A nondescript fantasy accent. I like it.
He sounds like the male version of Kamea.
No,
bit
he's
like the
way
male.
fucking sexier.
Oh, I'll
Not
get the
Bob.
sexiness on.
Oh yeah.
Ladies.
Does this make
Ali
you
is
uncomfortable?
offended.
Can you switch back to the Petch?
Well, just think about like how sexy Kamea is, and like, oh, he must be very sexy.
I mean,
Guys, you've
I
never
guess...
seen Shale after a fight? Like, oh my god, when he's all like
Are
sweaty
we
and,
fighting? Because my wife can turn into an
It's a little
owlbear.
dusty. It gets a little
Guys,
dusty after a fight.
Owlbear.
We're now
If ever I
debating
need-
the sexiness of two NPCs
Let's-
rather
If ever I
than
need,
going
if
to
ever I need to
We're
turn into
so
a tall
nervous.
Petch, I'm pretty
We're so
confident that I can get
So
away
you
with
head
it.
through. You come down
I
into the
hate the Earth
chamber.
Elemental plane.
You climb down the rope, and you come into the familiar chamber of the Mother of Chasm's room, and you can see at the far end where the kind of alcove where the eggs were. You can see the eggs have been kind of smashed, and what looks like remnants of like baby cave dragon skeletons there. But you can see one appears to have hatched. There's one egg that's more or less intact. The other ones have been smashed. And the smell is pretty putrid. But you can see beyond that alcove, there is a tunnel that continues on.
Has it
been over an hour since we got in here?
No, it's been, although with everything that's been going, it's been about 45 minutes. It's been a little while.
The second
Before
we
we
get to an
get-
hour, let me know because I got to recast poison stuff.
Before we get too deep in, I'm gonna look at the 2 people who can cast sending and be like, right, I
3.
realize 3
4.
people. 4. Jesus, everyone can do it except for me and Callie.
I
Callie,
have
can
a
you cast
stone
sending?
for my wife.
Yeah, you have a stone. I can't talk to anyone. I'm alone
I'll
in the
talk
world.
to you, Finnan.
Well, that's lovely. But can one of you reach out to Shale? I realize they should know the plan of what we're doing so that they can tell us anything. I don't want to get tripped up. I don't want Baba to be like, well, what happened here? And I don't know the answer.
I got
One of
you.
message Shale and ask them if there's anything that I should know if I'm trying
Shale.
to be them.
Joe. One thing. Is there any important part of the plan that we missed? Anything we could get tripped up on?
3 more.
Love you, bud.
You hear back right away. They know you're coming, so I'm sure they will try and ambush you. I'm not sure what their plan might be. Love you, bud.
In the moment where Finnan is like, anyone who can send sending, Callie's gonna pull out her sending stone, even if it's a sending stone message. She'll leave a message. A voicemail, a stone mail, if you will. She'll just be like, hi, I'm in the Earth Elemental Plane. I love you and Jar so much. We'll see you soon.
You just kind of hear like a sleepy sort of, I love you too.
My heart.
See you soon.
I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability again on Finnan.
Yes, queen.
Yes.
Okay. So you travel along the path that
Wizard Watch
sketched out for you. Yeah, you can make investigation checks.
Guidance,
Shut up,
Deanna.
Tim. Wizard Watch.
I'm still close
Fine.
enough for
Look,
my
I'm
aura.
But there was
Wiz
one time I
Watch.
didn't say it. I was just letting Tim describe it, and he's like, "And you walk into this room, and it's trapped." And I was like, "All right."
it.
So now, like, if
I-
you can't even try to describe a room, and I'll say Wizard Watch.
My fake prisoner aura is close
Believable.
enough for the aura.
It's another 18.
23.
You don't sense, you don't find any traps as you're kind of moving through this part of the tunnel, and it takes you probably about another half hour before you get to the next cavern. So your protection from poison is up.
Cast it again.
Okay. Before you get to that cavern that that Shale described with the stalactites, but then you kind of come upon it, and you can see like what is a very beautiful natural rock formation with just like hundreds of like tight clusters of stalagmites that look almost like chandeliers. And you can see like the stalagmites kind of like come up a little lower and are a bit more spaced out. But now, given the information that you've been given, you can kind of spot on some of them, like kind of in the valleys between the stalagmites, you can see there are kind of arcane runes that have been etched into the ground.
How many are we talking about, and how long is this cavern?
The cavern itself is probably about 60 feet to the other side, where you can see there's a tunnel that continues on.
Is there a way through them? Like, is there like, does it seem to be like a path through them so we don't have to like get
You
dispelled
like
or anything?
knowing kind of where
With
they
my
are.
detect magic eyes?
Yeah, you can see there's probably about 5 of them kind of scattered throughout the path through the middle. You would know that if you're kind of careful, it might take you a little bit longer, but you can kind of skirt around them and kind of like climb over some of the like part of the cavern sides.
Okay.
And you should be able to get through them, no problem.
Can't go
Takes you a
over
little
them,
bit,
can't
but-
go through them. Gotta go around them.
Should I like just double check that with an Arcana check just in case his instincts are right? Like what I know about like fucking thunderwave traps? Or
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
okay, right on. I just wanna be thorough about this because we can just sidestep this magically. Oh, natty 20! I know everything about thunderstep.
You would know that like the sigil that either Baba or Zamarot has created, it kind of takes up a certain area on the ground, and that's kind of, it's almost like acts like a pressure sensor.
Right.
So it's triggered by stepping on it. They are fairly well obscured, and you only spotted them because Shale kind of gave you the heads up, so you knew what to look for. But if you hadn't, you realized that it would have been pretty hard to see them kind of as they like blend in quite well with the kind of the stonework. But you would know that you can, if you give them a wide enough berth and you don't step on them, you should be fine.
Fuck, guys, I forgot one more thing before we go in there that'll really help us like sell this whole thing. Give me just 11 minutes and I can make it so we can talk telepathically. So like if we need to send each other any secret messages that we don't want them to hear, because like that's rad, right? We want that. Right?
I want that always.
Sorry, I forgot about that. Give me 10 minutes
I also
and
think this is a
sigil it
good
up on the
idea.
ground.
This is a good idea because what I might run into, can you speak like Earth Genasi?
Everything they speak here, I speak. That's my whole thing.
Okay,
Except
so my
for
worry is
Infernal.
that Baba,
Don't speak in Sorry.
my
go
worry
ahead,
is
Finnan.
Baba might try to trip me up if I'm Shale by talking in another language, and
Yeah,
you can
I
real
got
time
you.
translate it for me.
Okay. I'm already doing the thing.
Perfect.
11 minutes. Oh, we're in each other's minds. Nice. Ritual cast.
Can you talk to just certain people through this,
Yes.
or is it everyone?
Nah. You can just,
Spell
it's like
this.
talking to each other. This is fucking telepathic bond. You forge
Callie,
a telepathic link up to 8
Callie is gonna
creatures.
telepathically talk to Kokanee and be like, I fucking hate this place.
Dude, the Earth Elemental plane fucking sucks.
I fucking hate it. I can't
This
wait
is
to
the
lure
worst
out.
place.
I fucking
This
hate
is-
this place.
This is just exactly what our Zoom private messages to each other look like, by the way.
So you travel around, you manage to skirt the magic, and you continue on for about another hour before you're approaching the next like where the kind of larger cavern where Shale said that they were holing up. Yeah, so you'd have to cast protection on poison again if you want.
Also,
And while she's,
see me last 8 hours. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do another ritual thing so we can all read each other's minds again.
Have we passed the 8-hour mark from the time we've arrived in the sky?
You have, yeah.
Mage
armor.
Okay.
Charmer.
Mage armor, because I don't have it.
I also don't have
Mage armor, and it
Mage
makes me
armor.
cry.
But you see as you're kind of coming down the last stretch, you can see up ahead, Finn, you can see this pretty clearly. You can see hanging from the ceiling by a chain, kind of wrapped up and shackled, almost like hogtied from the ceiling.
But
Dangling
not like
there.
neck hanging, right?
No.
Okay.
Hands and feet.
Alive hanging.
Alive hanging as far as you can tell. It looks like a petch. And you can see behind it the desert giant Melik kind of standing there off to the side. You see just the edge of him, and he's got a large spear, and he's kind of poking at Clak. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Fucking kill that desert giant.
I have a tactic. I'm going to put it in our group chat that doesn't involve Tim because I have
Yes,
an idea.
please.
I thought of it now, and if I don't send it to the group
emotionally
chat, I'll
prepared.
forget.
I'm not emotionally prepared to go a week in this situation.
Wait.
A week? I have to go 7 days
Yeah.
without dealing with the situation.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
rude.
like way to sidestep a combat. Like, it would have been fun. That's fine. But I'm also very glad that those characters are not dead.
Those are cool characters. I like those guys.
I love
Guys,
Victor.
They're so
I just
fun.
want to say,
It was very
I
fun.
am less nervous about like fighting these fucking giants than just having to reconnect with my old flames. Because I just left and I could have sent to them at any point, and I just didn't call. Like I
Well,
constantly
ghosted them.
ghosted these women.
You
Oh, and there's way more. You sent me way more than that.
Oh my gosh.
When they're both in the same bar, I was like, "Oh, don't unseaming me, Finn, don't unseaming me."
So good.
Oh my gosh.
God.
So huge shout out to Legendcraft and Silverwing Armory. Thank you for sponsoring tonight's show. You guys are awesome. They are genuinely awesome. So go check out their stuff. It's really, really cool. Thank you all of you for sticking around and listening to us. Just, be our usual silly, dumb selves.
I'd be
And play
so
this
fucking nervous about the Earth
play
Elemental
this
Party.
really dumb, wonderful game that we play because we love playing D&D and we
Yes.
really, truly love having you guys along for the ride. So thanks for that, guys.
Please come connect with us on Instagram
Yeah.
and come connect with us. We got the other week just like a very sweet, wonderful email from one of our viewers, and it just warmed my heart, and it was really lovely. So please connect with us over email if you want to.
And I don't think we've said this like out loud. Definitely, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I'm gonna, because definitely this is the sentiment we feel. But we appreciate you guys so much. All the support you guys have been showing for us, like it blows me away every day.
And for each other in the chat.
And for each other, it's a really lovely community, and it still blows me away day to day that this is a real thing and this isn't just some sort of like fever dream that I've had, because it might be. It still might.
We're not convinced.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. I'm on the fence there, but you guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
I also wanted to let you all know that we heard those merch requests and had a lovely conversation with Deanna today about merch and images. So just let you know, we heard you.
Nothing set in stone, but we have been discussing it quite length about a future giveaway at some point. So keep your eyes and ears open for that, because that could be coming down the track pretty soon. We're working on all of these fun, exciting things, and we're really excited to be sharing this all with you guys.
Sweet. I would also just like, as this group and to the whole stream, this has been a little bit of a getaway for me from where my brain has been. And I would like to acknowledge the privilege that I have in the sense of being able to get away from what has been happening. And in leaving the stream, I will be re-entering what I have had the privilege to get away from, and just like encourage everyone to do what they can in the sense of supporting those who we can with the privilege that we have in any way possible. Because what is going on right now, I wish with all my heart that I could be in a place where I could personally be at the protests and be there out on the front line, but I'm not in a place where I can. So I'm doing everything I can in the sense of being there and doing what I can from the space where I'm able to be. So just acknowledging that and acknowledging the situation that we're all in.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
All right. Thank you guys.
So much.
Stay
Love
safe.
you all very much.
Love you so much.
Everybody.
Sean.